Hello and welcome to the 2024 Powerlifting America High School National Championships. I'm your host, Adriana Davis. I'm joined in the booth by Justin Noller. If you want to give a bit of an introduction.
Well, I'm Justin Noller. I'm a 59 kilo lifter lifting tomorrow session 1, and just here to help out.
Yeah, and we are super excited. I mean, session 1 was already full of some close battles as well as some runaway favorites, and we are super excited for session 2. We're going to have all male junior varsity lifters as Advik Talasia starts us off on platform 1 with 92.5 kilos.
Look pretty solid on platform 1.
Yeah, they look good. Platform 2, Anthony.
2-to-1 on platform 1. That's unfortunate.
Oh yeah, 2-to-1 no lift, unfortunately. I wonder what that was for. So that was for a yellow card, so maybe he jumped a command potentially. Yeah, we are already underway in our lifting as on platform 2, Anthony hit a solid opener at 47.5 kilos.
Looks like platform 2 is loaded.
Yep, Bryce coming out to 85 kilos on platform 2 for his opening attempt. And Bryce currently projected in first in the 59 kilo class.
Looked solid.
Yeah, it looked
Moved
like a
very
solid
well.
opener. Yeah, on these openers, we're not really expecting fireworks or anything super exciting. We're kind of hoping that these openers are just easy lifts so that these lifters can get on the board, not facing a potential bomb out or being disqualified from the competition.
That's never fun.
Yeah, and it's never fun. I mean, I've experienced it myself. I've seen it many times before. To register a total in the competition, you are going to need a lift in at least one in each discipline. So you need at least one squat, at least one bench, at least one deadlift to, as I say, quote unquote, get on the board.
As long as you get one in each category, squat, bench, or deadlift, you're fine.
Exactly.
That's what matters.
And on platform 1, I think lifting cast had a bit of a technical error, but we're going to go back to Daniel Costanzo, going to open up with 100 kilos.
Brandon coming out on platform 2 right now.
Brandon is going to be in our equipped division in the 53 kilo class, so he's going to be wearing a squat suit and some knee wraps. It's very restrictive on the body, but it helps us lift more weight, so that is why there's an equipped division available.
3 white lights on platform 2, and Daniel coming out on platform 1.
Daniel is in our 66 kilo raw division.
Gets the command.
Yeah, he had a slight delay getting that squat command. Thought it might have been for his knees being soft. Yeah, unfortunately, it looked good, and that's kind of the issue that we run into when these lifts. I mean, these lifters clearly have the strength for some of these lifts. I mean, that looked easy for him. It looked like an opener.
I believe those soft knees on the start.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, that's what the blue card is going to indicate in the squat, either a soft lockout or up and down. I mean, he clearly has the strength for it. Hopefully he can come back and get on the second.
And we have Braden on platform 2 coming out to 92.5 kilos.
Depth looked good, at least from our point of view.
See what the judges say. 3 white lights. And we have Troy on platform 1 to 110 kilograms in the 66 kilo class. Moved well.
Yeah, move like an opener should. 2-to-1, that's a good lift. Again, with those yellow cards, sometimes we're not quite sure what they can be. It's kind of a catch-all for everything. So that could be missing a command or taking a step backward, or there's a multitude of things that the yellow card typically falls under.
Hunter coming out on platform 2 and Xander coming out on platform 1. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Yeah, Xander's on platform 2. No knee sleeves for Hunter on platform 1.
Moves very well.
Yeah, moves easy, doesn't need them.
And on platform 2, Xander hits his opener, I believe. 3 white lights.
3 white lights. It's always a sigh of relief. I mean, that opener, you can say yourself as a competitor, the opening squat is the most nerve-wracking lift of the entire meet. I mean, you've got to shake those nerves off. You've likely traveled to the meet. Some of these lifters might have had a small cut to their weight class. And so that first squat, especially with the national level judges on the platform, it can be very nerve-wracking.
Being your first meet, too, most likely for these JV lifters, it's definitely more than most people's out here.
Mm-hmm.
Rave coming out on platform 1. 115 kilos. Taking
that slow and steady walk out. Really just trying to get control of the bar.
You're
yeah, that was so easy.
And then Gavin, an equipped 74 on platform 2 coming out. 3 white lights for Rave. Also
super
moving
easy.
very well.
3 white lights. It's a good lift for Gavin.
And here comes Sam on platform 1 for 122.5. No knee sleeves also for him.
Currently projected in 3rd place. And of course with the projected, there's a lot of lifting left to go, but he's gonna wanna try to get in that podium position at the end of the day.
Move very good. And we have Zane on platform 2.
Zane currently projected with a bit of a spread in 1st place. Really just needs to make his lifts to solidify the national title. And it looks like
speedy.
he does there, yeah.
He's on the board with 3 white lights. Getting in a 2 red area on platform 1. And also on platform 2.
Yeah, we're moving up the weights fast. And Nathan on platform 1 going to be taking 127.5 kilos for his opening attempt.
And Colin coming out in platform 2. He's in 59 kilo equipped division. Nathan hitting his opener, I believe. 3 white lights on Nathan's lift.
Oh yeah, Deb looked good on platform 2.
Oh, and he stumbled back.
I think he stumbled back after the rack command. Okay,
Give it to him.
he gets one red card, or not red card, red light. But yeah, he gets it 2-1. Now typically, if you do get a rack command, and if you stumble a little bit, it's okay. But if you stumble in between the commands, so let's say if he were to stumble 2 seconds earlier before the rack command, then that would clearly be a no lift.
Nicholas hitting his opener very fast on platform 1. 3 white lights on that one.
Casey on platform 2 walking out to 147.5 kilos in the 74 kilo class. We're weighing relatively light at 69.3 kilos. We're still building up into the class.
Always better to bulk than cut, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so, especially for these, high school lifters. You're never going to want to be really fighting, cutting to stay in a weight class when it's your prime time to grow and build your strength. Platform 1, Landon, 130 kilos for his opening attempt.
3 white lights on platform 2 for Casey. And 2-1 no lift on platform 1.
So on platform 1, that was actually a no lift on depth. If you're watching the stream, you can kind of follow along with the color cards. That color card, the red one below the red light, that indicates that Landon did not squat deep enough.
Very unfortunate, but you can always come back and fix it on your second.
Yeah, and it moved relatively easy. It moved like an opener should. So he's just going to have to sink it a little bit more to get on the board.
We have Connor coming out on platform 1 to 137.5 kilos.
Platform 2, Jackson coming out to 165 kilos for his opening attempt. Yeah, that was easy, platform 1.
Blew that up. 2-1. Yellow card in the center.
Platform 2, another super easy opener for Jackson. Jackson going to be in a bit of a battle here with Chavez, who's coming out next. Currently, their forecasted total is only 5 kilos apart in the equipped 74 kilo division.
Anything can happen there, so it'll be fun to watch that one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these forecasted totals, they only take the openers at the beginning of the day. So it tells part of the story, but it doesn't tell the whole book, right? I mean, there's a lot of lifting left to go. People miss lifts. Some people may have super light openers and take big jumps. So it'll be interesting to see the battle unfold.
Calling out on platform 1. And Chavez is on platform 2 to 175.
Yeah, this is getting kind of close to that 400-pound mark. This is about 385 pounds for his opening attempt.
Moving well, too.
Yeah, move like an opener should.
Colin getting set on platform 1. A little bit slower than you want it, but
yeah, but still look good.
He is on the board with 3 white lights. And we're on to second rounds of squats on platform 2.
Yeah, we're flying on platform 2. Platform 1, Maddox going to come out to 162.5 kilos. Now, Maddox is in our raw, so no equipment, 74 kilo division. Currently forecasted ahead, but of course, he's got to make his lifts. He's got to execute in order to wrap up that national championship win.
Maddox walking it up.
Oh, looks like he buries it there and moves
Speedy.
super fast. 3 white lights. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with these forecasted and opening attempts. Some lifters, they open relatively light, like Maddox did, and then they take big jumps, whereas you can kind of compare and see other lifters maybe open a little bit too heavy, and then they got to take smaller jumps.
Anthony coming out to a 10-kilogram jump. And then on platform 1, we have Advik trying to go back for his opener again. Unfortunately, missed that first time around. 3 white lights on platform 2.
Yeah, and Advik, we weren't exactly sure why he missed it. He got yellow cards, got a lot of support behind him. Yeah, and of course, he's from Germantown High School. I mean, they were cheering the loudest during session 1.
Gets his command. Looks very deep, from what I can see.
Yeah, it looked good to me.
He is on the board with 3 white lights there. That's always a relief.
Yeah, big sigh of relief there.
And then we have Daniel on platform 1 that also missed his opener to hopefully get that. And Bryce on platform 2 with 87.5, only going up 2.5 kilograms. Moves well for a second for Bryce over there on platform 2. 3 white lights.
Yeah, and Bryce currently, I mean, he's in the 59 kilo class, currently projected only 2.5 kilos behind Xander Kiriakis. So interesting to see how close that ends up at the end of the day.
Daniel getting the breathe with 3 white lights after that.
Yeah, it's always a scare when you end up missing your opener. You got to come back, hit it on your second. It can be very nerve-wracking. It's a lot for lifters of this age to handle. I mean, these kids, they're only 14, 15 years old as a junior varsity lifter.
We have Brandon coming out on platform 2 to 100 kilograms. 220 pounds there. And Troy coming out on platform 1 with 5 kilogram jump.
Looked decent on platform 2 for a second attempt, especially with the 10 kilo jump. 3 white lights for Brandon.
Troy having to wait a minute, gets the command. Two to 1 no lift on there because of depth.
I mean, it moved pretty well still, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just sink it a little more and he'll be on the board, or with more kilos there. You always want to get the most kilos you can. We have Hunter on platform 1 coming out to a 7.5 kilo jump. He is a 74 kilo in the junior varsity. Stumbles a lit.
Braden, platform 2, coming down with 102.5 kilos. Ooh, unfortunately on platform 1, that was a no lift.
And we have Braden on platform 2 over. 3 white lights on platform 2. Big support from on platform 1 for Rave.
I guess where he's from, Germantown High School. We're bringing out a lot of support here, only on day 1. Took a relatively big jump, 12.5 kilos.
Walks out solidly. And we have Xander on platform 2 with a 7.5 kilo jump. Rave blew that one up, moved very fast.
Yeah, the big jump. Oh, I was going to say the big jump pays off. So we got yellow cards. Not exactly sure what that was for. Maybe he jumped a command.
I believe so.
Yeah,
Xander,
probably jumped the command.
Xander getting 3 white lights. The bar is loaded for Sam. I'm guessing also from Germantown.
I think so, yeah, with the blue, beautiful blue singlet. And yeah, we know when the Germantown lifters are coming out, when you hear a lot of support from the crowd.
Gavin coming out on platform 2.
Looks solid on platform 1. See what the judges say. 3 white lights.
Gavin walking his out.
Yeah, from a second attempt, you're not expecting it to be as easy as your opener. You kind of want a lift that's somewhere in the middle. Not too hard, not too easy. Gives you that room for the 3rd attempt, but also hard enough so that you kind of know where to go in your 3rd attempt.
Sets you up nice. 3 white lights on platform 2 also. Nathan coming out to a 2nd attempt. And Zane coming out for a 2nd attempt on platform 2.
Zane projected well ahead in the 66 kilo equipped division. Really just going to be trying to make his lifts throughout the day.
Nathan getting a 2-to-1 good lift. And on platform 1, we have someone who missed their first lift and ended up going 5 kilos. And let's see if they'll get it this time. Zane getting 3 white lights also.
Yeah, landed on platform 1. If I remember correctly, he missed his opener on depth. Decided to go, I think it was depth, decided to go up anyways, 5 kilos. Maybe hoping the extra bit of weight helps him sink it a little more. Let's see how it goes.
Looked a little better from our angle.
Yeah, I thought it looked good. The
Three
red
white
lights,
lights.
he's on the board. It's always a big sigh of relief when you see lifters miss their opener, go up anyways, because then you could run into situations like, oh, maybe you have to replace the bar, or maybe you just fail on strength because of the higher weight. So big sigh of relief there.
Colin coming out on platform 2. And Nicholas coming out on platform 1. 10 kilogram jump from Nicholas. Both get the squat command. Nicholas missing.
Yeah, and he didn't, it was a strange miss. It kind of looked like he might have had a little bit of misgroove, or maybe it's just not there today. At least I could say that he didn't have to fight through it a lot. Like he wasn't trying to fight through that sticking point for 10 seconds and then giving up, because then you're wasting a lot of energy.
He does have one more attempt to get it too.
Yeah, I imagine they're going to come out to that attempt to try to get those extra kilos on the board.
Casey coming out platform 2. 160 kilograms. So a decent sized jump here.
Yeah, I took a 12.5 kilo jump. Casey's in the 74 kilo equipped division.
Connor dancing his way out here. Casey makes his move, and so does Connor. 3 white lights on platform 2, and 3 white lights on platform 1 also.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Platform 2, Jackson's going to come out to 175 kilos. If you remember, we said he could be in a bit of a battle there between him and Chavis for the equipped 74 kilo title. And when you're in these tight battles, it's like ever the more important to make lifts. I mean, you want to make lifts regardless, but when you're in a battle, those extra 5, 7, 10, even 2.5 kilos can really make the difference at the end of the day.
Unless you have to deadlift.
Exactly.
Unless you're a deadlift specialist, then.
Then it doesn't matter.
Colin, a little bit of a struggle halfway up.
Yeah, it really has to fight through the sticking points, what the judges say.
2-to-1, good lift. That 1 red card being on deck.
Here we go, Jackson, 175 kilos.
Whoa.
And yeah, he blows that up. Super easy for Jackson. Through it lights. I mean, he took a 10 kilo jump. I imagine at least another 10 kilo jump from there.
I'd hope. That moved very well.
Yeah, he'll probably go 10 kilos. But we'll see what he does on the 3rd attempt.
And we have Maddox coming up to 172.5. And Chavez in platform 2 is going to be coming out. I believe he's projected in first, correct?
Yes, he's projected in first. And I mean, it's so interesting to see him and Jackson kind of go toe for toe. Like Jackson goes, then Chavez goes, so you can kind of compare the speeds.
Maddox falling forward a little bit, but gets 3 white lights. Let's hope he can fix that on his 3rd attempt. We're on the 3rds on platform 1.
Platform 2, this is going to be our last 2nd attempt.
15 kilo jump.
Yeah, this is a big squat. 418 pounds, 190 kilos. See how he handles it.
Moves as I would like a 2nd attempt move.
Yeah, moved fairly well. 3 white lights, that's a good lift for Chavez.
On the 3rds also. We have Advik going up a good bit of kilos. I believe that's 12.5.
Yeah, it's always an interesting situation when you see a lifter miss their opener and they're forced to repeat it. And then it's kind of a situation of where do you go from there? Do you go to your plan 2nd, your plan 3rd, somewhere in the middle? Let's see how Advik does.
He gets it up. Let's see if what the judges say.
Yeah, I think that was a good call.
3 white lights. I'd say it was a very good call from the coaches over there.
Yeah, especially because it's, I mean, from the coaching staff, too, it's kind of difficult to gauge where your lifter is at when you have to repeat an opener. So hats off to them.
Anthony over on platform 2, taking 62.5, making a 5 kilogram jump, so it'll be 15 up from his opener. Making that move decently well for a final attempt from Anthony. Daniel coming out on platform 1 to 115. 3 white lights on platform 2.
Daniel's in the 66 kilo raw division.
Sinks that.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Say?
15 kilo jump as well. He handled it well.
2-to-1, good lift. I'd say that 15 kilogram jump was because he missed his first attempt. So they're just
Yeah,
trying to get
I think that was it.
And we have Troy on platform 1, actually going up 2.5 from his 2nd attempt that he missed.
Yeah, and if we're looking on Lifting Cast, I believe he missed his 2nd attempt on the depth call.
Very easy to fix. But one of the better ones to say.
Yeah, and they could be thinking, hey, I don't want to miss out on these extra kilos by just repeating my 2nd. Let me go somewhere in between.
Bryce gets a good grinder on platform 2. Let's see what they said judges say here. 2-to-1, good lift.
Yeah, interesting jumps as well. He jumped 2.5 kilos and then 10, but it pays off.
Troy gets his up. 3 white lights on platform 1. We also have another lifter going up after missing a 2nd attempt. And we have Brandon coming out to 107.5 on platform 2.
Yeah, let's see how Hunter handles this. Taking that small jump anyways after missing your second.
Crowd getting behind him.
Nice fight on both platforms. Brandon fights through with 107.5. 3 white lights, good lift.
Hunter getting a no lift on depth.
And that's kind of the dicey proposition. When you miss your second attempt, you go up anyways. Sometimes your body kind of kicks into that survival mode. You cut depth a little bit, and then you're leaving all those kilos on the table that you could have potentially had. But he's on the board regardless.
As long as you don't miss all 3, I'd say
it's
you're in
fine.
an okay spot.
Yeah, I agree.
And we have someone going up 5 kilos from Rave on platform 1 after a miss. Braden coming out on platform 2.
Yeah, and Rave, if we're taking a look at lifting casts, he actually got yellow cards on his second attempt.
I believe that was the one for knees, not being fully locked out.
Yeah, let's see how he handles this.
Moves very fast.
Move well. Gonna wait to see what the judges say.
Braden
platform
fighting
2.
that.
Yeah, nice scrap there.
2-1, no depth on platform 1.
That's
And
unfortunate.
Braden getting his lift with all 3 white lights. Couldn't ask for better on third for 3 white lights there.
Yeah, and ending the day 3 for 3. That's some positive momentum you've got leading into the bench.
Hopefully hitting some PRs on the way. Xander coming out. Taking his time on the setup. There's Sam on platform 1. Lots of cheers here for Sam.
Yeah, and I mean, guess where he's from? Germantown High School. Platform 2, Xander, 115 kilos. Oh, nice fight
Fighting
there.
Sam making his look good for a third. See what the judges say? 3 white lights on platform 2 and on 1, so both lifters get their lift. We have Nicholas taking 140 kilograms on platform 1 again. And we have Gavin going up 10 kilograms on platform 2. I believe Nicholas is the one that had a little bit of a problem getting it up the first time, or first time attempting 140. Hopefully he fixed
I believe he
whatever
was too, yeah. Let's see if he made some sort of technical error and is able to correct that. There it is.
Definitely a misgroove, I'd say, on the second attempt. See what the judges say, though. 2 thumbs up, 3 white lights. That's all you can ask. Gavin walking his out, getting set. Good third. See what the judges say.
Yeah, pretty easy for a third attempt. 3 white lights.
Nathan coming out.
And this is right up against that big, if you're thinking in pounds, 315, 314 pound milestone.
Right under it. I believe it was like 312.
314 point something,
Yeah.
yeah.
Something in that area.
Regardless, big milestone for these high school lifters.
Stands it up. Zane on platform 2, also coming out. 2-1, good lift.
All you need. Platform 2, Zane, as you said, he's in the 66 kilo equipped division, currently forecasted well ahead, really just needs to make his lifts to lock up the national title. See him do it here with a 12.5 kilo jump.
Taking his time getting it down.
Wow.
Makes it move up.
Moved easy once he hit depth. 3 wet lights.
We have Landon on platform 1 to a 7.5 kilogram jump. Fighting it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
big
yeah.
fight there.
Hopefully he gets. Oh,
I think he should be good. We're gonna wait to see.
3 white lights. Always a relief to get that like big grind out.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
get
I
the
mean,
lights.
like leaving everything you've got on the day on the platform, that's gotta feel good.
Don't want to use any extra energy up for the other 2 lifts.
Yeah, it can be really unfortunate if you come out, you're grinding an attempt, you end up missing it, then you're losing energy. You don't get those extra kilos.
You have to make it up some on another lift. Connor danced his way out again.
Yeah, he's excited to be here.
Having fun.
Call in platform 2, 150 kilos. for his third attempt.
Cullen falling a little bit back. That
Good catch from the spotters. Walks away 2 for 3 still.
Connor fighting his toes did roll up. Let's see what the judges say about this.
I think you should do fine. Yep.
3 white lights.
3 white lights. So your feet can actually rock back and forth, but if you take a step, like if you lose your balance, take a step backward between the commands, then that would be a cause for failure.
And we have Colin coming out on platform 1. 157.5, only going up 2.5 kilograms. Maybe trying to save some energy. And
yeah, typically in squat you don't see the minimum 2.5 kilos, but sometimes the second attempt was a bit difficult, or like you said, trying to save energy.
Casey coming out to the milestone of 3 reds, I guess without the collar.
Yeah, 3 reds in the gym, 170 kilos.
No lift on platform 1. Standing that up. 2-to-1, good lift. Running through the session of squats today.
Yeah, it's going fast. I mean, that's some thanks to the spotters and loaders always working. I mean, it's an underappreciated job. They're working really, really hard.
I did that once. Probably never again. It was very, it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, I've never done it. I'm kind of scared to do it. So
much respect to them.
Yeah.
Maddox coming out to 177.5.
391 pounds. I mean, and he's not in the equipped division. He's in the raw division. Yeah, they move well.
A little bit of a fight, but it looked very good. 3 white lights over there.
Yeah, he's projected. Another one of our lifters projected well ahead in his respective division.
Jackson coming out to 408 pounds, 185 kilograms.
Well, it comes out a little uneven, but it doesn't matter.
Stands it up. 2-to-1, good lift.
And he did end up taking that 10-kilo jump. And like we said, those extra kilos really are going to matter in a tight battle like this.
And on platform 1, we are on to the next flight of squatters. Starting off with an 83 kilogram junior, or junior varsity in the raw division. I believe this is the last squat on platform 2 from Chavez. Taking a 7.5 kilogram, right under that 200 kilogram mark.
Yeah, and I mean, if he misses this weight, him and Jackson will be projected at the exact same total. So Chavez currently kind of leading the way, but it's still very, very tight. I mean, coming down to just 1 attempt.
Excited to see how this one goes. Devin coming out on platform 1 for his opener. See what Chavez do here.
Moves it. Gotta wait to see what the judges say on the depth. There it is. 2-to-1. That's a good lift.
I'd say he's about 7.5 kilograms ahead, correct?
Yep, based on forecasted total, of course.
Yeah.
Lots of lifting left to go. One of them could end up missing a lot of benches, or one of them could end up increasing or decreasing their deadlift opener. So that'll be an interesting battle to watch throughout the rest of the session.
Matthew coming out to his opener of 95 kilograms. Matthew taking his time on the descent, stands it up.
Keegan on platform 2, getting set up with his opener at 142.5 kilos.
Good lift on platform 1.
Oh yeah, that moves smooth.
I guess we'll see what the equipped lifters, they always go down a little bit slower. So never know how fast it's going to come up.
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes it so interesting to watch. I mean, these equipped lifters really fighting against the squat suit and the knee wraps. I mean, if you've never tried it, it's very, very restrictive. And that's kind of why they have that really slow descent, trying to find the depth. And then once they're ready, they come back up. And yeah, honestly, you have to be so technically sound. You never really know how it's going to move from an outsider perspective.
Tyler walking his out. Gets the command.
Kind of pauses it at the bottom as well.
That'll be a good lift, 2-1. Connor on platform 2. I believe these are all 83s. Moves very fast. 152.5 is a good lift for Connor on platform 2. Benjamin gets the bars loaded.
Platform 2, Brady coming out to 152.5 kilos. He's in the 93 kilo equipped division.
Both doing solid walkouts. Benjamin makes his move really fast. 3 white lights on platform 1.
Brady on platform 2. I was holding my breath there. Unfortunately, gets a no lift. Yellow cards. I believe he jumped the rack command there. So in the squat, you've got 2 commands, squat and rack. You've got to listen for that chief referee for those commands. Even if you get the lift on strength, you get a bit too excited, you step forward, that's going to be a no lift. And that's just because you've got to show that you have complete control of the weight.
Always try to let the spotters push me in.
Yeah, I actually do the exact same thing.
We have Elijah on platform 1 with 135.
Just under 300 pounds for an opener. Yeah, and you see there, the judge kind of waited a bit before giving that rack command because his toes were kind of rocking back and forth. Wanted to wait until he was completely still, completely in control of the weight.
And we have Glenn on platform 2. In the equipped division. Again, a slower descent, but it moves fast.
Yeah, it's like they go down, hit depth. Once they bounce back up, they get that kind of reflex from the suit and the wraps.
Good lift, 2-1. And a no lift actually on platform 1 on depth from the side judges.
Assad on platform 2 going to be opening up with big 190 kilo squat in the 105 kilo equipped division.
Casey also coming out on platform 1.
Casey projected currently in 3rd place in the 83 kilo raw division.
Anything can happen there.
Blew that up.
3 white lights on platform 1 for Casey.
Assad buries and blows up 190. Yeah, that was super fast.
It's a good lift. Both of the loaders loading the bar. Bars loaded on both platforms here. Jaden coming out on platform 1.
Yep, and Jaden currently forecasted with a bit of a gap in 1st place, but you've got to make your lifts. I mean, the title's not won at the beginning of the day. You've got to make all your lifts. You've got to execute in order to walk away with it.
It moved. So the judges say here. 3 white lights for Jaden.
And for Teo, walking out with 192.5 kilos for his opening weight.
A little bit of an issue steadily.
Yeah, a little bit unsteady, but he finds his way. He's another lifter who's forecasted kind of with a bit of a spread in 1st place, but you got to make your lifts, got to execute.
3 white lights.
He does on his opener.
Andrew coming out. And it's another Germantown lifter. See, hearing the crowd get behind them always.
Yeah, I imagine we're going to be hearing a lot from them this upcoming weekend.
Always fun to have supporters here, especially if it's not in your hometown. A little bit uneven. Let's see what the judges say. 3 lights.
Steele on platform 2. Another one of our lifters forecasted well ahead in the his respective division, 93 kilo equipped.
Big squat with 205.
Yeah, I mean, this is 450 pounds for his opening attempt. Let's see how he handles it.
And we have Micah on platform 1. Taking his time on platform 2.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Wow, he blew that up. It was super easy.
3 out lights on platform 2. Also moving on platform 1. Judges giving them all 3 highlights there too. Moving up to 215 kilograms on platform 2 for a 120 equipped junior varsity.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big squat for an opener. Getting kind of close to that 500-pound mark we could see by his third attempts. This is about 474 pounds.
And we have Caden on platform 1 coming out to 175 kilograms.
Caden forecasted ahead in the 93-kilo raw division. Just has to make his lifts to lock up that championship win.
Getting 3 highlights on platform 2. Caden getting his. Switch judges say. 3 light lights there.
He's on the board.
Going back to seconds on both platforms.
Yeah, we're flying through this. Again, just kudos to the spotters and loaders.
Taking a 5-kilogram jump for Devin. And a 10 for Keegan on platform 2.
Tyler on me.
Devin coming out. And so is Keegan. He moves that out the rack.
He buried it too.
A little bit hard for a second, but hopefully we'll see. 3 out lights. The only worry about that is it might have, we'll see what the third attempt happens, but you don't want to really too bad of a struggle on the second.
Yeah, exactly. And kind of the way he's squatting, I mean, he kind of dive bombs it, so that can be privy to maybe some technical issues or a misgroove.
Carrying the momentum out.
Yeah, and some lifters just prefer that. Some lifters, you see them go down super slow, kind of a tempo. Other lifters, they just prefer to dive bomb it, get in, get out, kind of get that stretch reflex.
Matthew coming out for 100 kilograms on platform 1. And we have Brady retaking, or I guess going up from his first attempt.
Yeah, and I don't quite remember what he missed his
I believe
first
it was
attempt on.
commands on the rack.
Ah, okay, yeah, I think that was it.
2-to-1 good lift on platform 1. Brady makes his move. So hopefully waits for the judge. Looks like it is.
I think that was good. Oh,
No lift.
interesting.
Something other than we're seeing, I guess.
Yeah, it could have been, I mean, we're not right in front of the judges, so maybe we didn't hear exactly when the command went. Because I can't think of anything else that could be. I didn't
Hope he
really
can come
see
back
him.
on a step.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really see him take a step forward or backward, or not sure. Yeah, hopefully he can hit that on his third attempt.
Tyler on platform 1. Also electing no knee sleeves or wrist wraps.
Doesn't need them.
It's always a preference. Stands it up. And we get a good lift on platform 1. Connor on platform 2 with a good sized jump over here.
Currently projected first in the 83-kilo equipped division, and he handled that very well.
Getting a 2-to-1 good lift. Guess that one side was calling him for depth. But always matters you get those 2 yellow, or not yellow, white lights. I'm sorry about that. And we have 132 kilograms on platform 1. Is this some sort of record?
It's either a record. Oh, there we go. They fixed it. I was going to say it's either a record or a mistake.
On American records, you can put up, I think it's a 0.5 or a 1 kilo jump extra on top to chip the record.
Yes, but if it's a regular attempt, you just have to take 2.5 kilo increments.
Good lift on platform 2. They fixed it on platform 1, and he's going for 132.5. Benjamin, good walkout. Moves relatively well.
Yeah, especially for a second attempt. And just a 5 kilo jump.
3 light lights. Or 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
Tio on platform 2.
Teo again, one of our lifters forecasted well ahead. Taking a 12.5 kilo jump, see how he handles it. Looks like he's relatively more in a high bar position too, whereas most of our lifters elect for the low bar position.
Kind of a fight.
Yeah, a little bit of a fight.
3
White lights. I would say it was still solid for a second attempt. It wasn't an all-out grinder.
Elijah on platform 1. Get to the move. 3 light lights on platform 1. We have 207.5 on platform 2. Taking a very big jump.
Yeah, 17.5 kilo jump. 207.5, that's about 457 pounds for a second attempt. Now on platform 1 as well, James missed his opener on depth, elected to go up anyways.
I think that was the right decision on the speed wise.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see what the judges say.
2 to 1, good lift.
It pays off.
Assad also getting his up. 2 to 1, good lift. Moving up to 220 kilograms on platform 2. It's a milestone for most. Well, at least in the gym, because that's 4 red plates. And 147.5 on platform 1 for Casey.
Steel on platform 2 coming out to, oh, like you said, 220 kilos.
Casey gets his rack command. No lift.
So we got a red card for not going deep enough, and then a yellow card for, I'm not sure, maybe jumping a command. But yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be no lift there.
Unfortunate. But we have Steele.
Big squat here, 45 pounds.
If I remember right, his first one moved very well.
Yeah, I think it did too. Wow.
Still moving very
Doesn't
well.
slow him down much at all. 3 white lights, good lift for Steele.
Jaden coming out on platform 1. Good walkout. He's wearing last year's high school nationals shirt. Three white lights. 225 on platform 2. These equipped lifters are putting up some weight today.
Yeah, and I mean, you've got to remember, these kids are in high school, and this is the junior varsity division. So they're in 9th or 10th grade, 14, 15 years old, about to squat 496 pounds.
Getting really close to the 500.
And he
I'd
moved
say
it
it's there.
very easy, yeah.
3 white lights.
Yeah, he could take another 10 kilo jump probably. That was really fast.
157.5 for Andrew. Crowd getting behind him. Guess you can guess where he's from.
Shout out Germantown.
Bar a little bit off-centered on his back, but he still got it up.
Yeah,
Three
of course.
light
I
lights.
mean, with these squats, not every squat's going to look perfect. Some lifters are going to have imbalances, or maybe it just comes down uneven. Maybe your form looks, quote-unquote, a little bit ugly. But as long as you're meeting the standard of the competition, the judges are not going to penalize you for not having a, quote-unquote, pretty squat.
As long as it gets up. Keegan unracking on platform 2 for his final attempt of 160 kilograms.
Trying to go 3 for 3 here. Ooh, Jeff looked good. Ooh, that looked like a good call from the coaching staff.
Good lift. Always fun to have a good fight and get it. And we have Brady, a good lift on platform 1, and we have Brady coming out for his third, and he's missed his first 2. see. Hopefully he can do this. You'll
Yeah, and
never
I
stop to
mean,
see
it was
this.
a weird miss. I believe he got yellow cards, and I mean, it was clearly no issue on strength. Yeah, he got yellow cards. Not exactly sure what that was before, if he jumped a command. Not sure. Hopefully he can get this on his third attempt.
Really hopeful. Looks like a good walkout from him. See what the coach say about that.
Yeah, strength, no issue.
And that is our first person out of the meet.
Yeah, unfortunately, he does not get a squat in Brady, which means that he is unfortunately going to bomb out of the competition, not going to be able to post a total. He is able to come back for bench and deadlift, and I mean, it's his preference. I would strongly suggest doing it. I mean, you pay for registration, pay for travel, and it's good to end the meet on a high note.
Get the experience, always. Just a little bit of a struggle going after that. Caden making his move as a second, good.
Yeah, moved fairly well for a second attempt.
2-1, good lift.
I'm not sure what some of these yellow cards are for.
Seen a lot of them.
Yeah, and I mean, we are not on the platform while these judges are literally a few feet away from the action happening live, so they've got the best seat in the house.
Connor on his third attempt. A little bit of fight, steps back. I believe that'll be a no lift.
I think that's going to be a no lift, yeah. Unfortunately enough, I mean, he can count it as a gym PR. It's always unfortunate when you see a lifter hit a lift, clearly no problem on strength, and then you just have some sort of technical mishap.
He did register a total, which is very good. Devin coming out on platform 1 for his third attempt, and Glenn on platform 2 for his third. Oh, good fight on platform 1.
Yeah, that looked like a good call there.
I guess he can fight his squats out.
Another good call on platform 2 with Glenn, 180 kilos, 3 white lights, good lift.
Matthew moving up 7.5.
Teo also moving up 7.5 on platform 2. Already hit a big squat, 205 kilos, trying to just add a little bit more to that. Matthew electing to have no knee sleeves, no wrist wraps, no problem.
See what it does to 107.5. Slow descent.
Yeah, very slow descent. Looks like he really finds the depth there.
2-1, good lift.
That blue card, so a blue card in the squat is typically because it, I mean, it is going to be either up and down or soft knees, soft lockout. So, I mean, clearly I didn't see any up and down there, so that judge probably thought that he had soft knees.
212.
Big squat there on platform 2.
Judges say 3 white lights.
I mean, that is, oh, here it hit 2 times body weight since he weighed in light. It's going to be another 2 times body weight squat with some change.
And we have Tyler on platform 1, going up 5.5. And Assad going for a 10-kilogram jump from his second attempt to 217.5. Good fight for Tyler.
Yeah, it slows down, but he's never, it's smooth all the way through. 3 white lights, good lift. Really great way to start the day, 3 for 3 in the squats. Assad looking to continue that trend with 217.5 kilos. Big squat here.
Takes his time.
Wow.
That's a good third attempt.
Yeah,
Saves
that was
energy.
super easy. 3 white lights. Great.
Benjamin with 140.
Benjamin is in the 83 kilo raw division, currently projected in second place. Bit of a spread between him and first, but gonna try to solidify that podium position.
Good fight.
Yeah. I mean, if you're projected in second place, hey, you never know what's going to happen to that person projected in first place. In the last session, we actually saw someone projected ahead the entire time. Come to deadlifts, they bombed out. So that person who was projected in second place actually ended up walking away with the national championship.
A lot of things can happen in the whole meet.
Yeah, you've just got to control what you can do, try to make as much lifts as possible, build the best total you can.
Casey coming out for 147.5 again. I wonder what his second attempt was on.
I believe it was on depth.
Hopefully he can get that. A big squat on platform 2. Move very fast on platform 1 for Casey.
Yeah, I think that should be good.
Steele walking out 232.5.
Yeah, and Steele, this is going to be our, I believe, if I'm correct, our first 500-pound squat of the entire meet. Can Steele be the first to do it?
Having to get 5 spotters there, hitting the mark.
Strength no issue. Wait to see what the judges say.
3 white lights. Good.
3 white lights, there it is. First 500-pound squat of Powerlifting America High School Nationals.
James coming out to 147. A little bit of a pause down there. Three white lights.
And on platform 2, Steele is not the only one attempting over 500 pounds. Andrew coming out to a huge 237.5 kilo squat that is about 523 pounds from a junior varsity lifter.
Gets it up.
Handled it well too.
3 white lights.
Yeah, great job there, great lifting all around on platform 2. And that is actually going to wrap up our squats for session 2, day 1 of 2024 Powerlifting America High School Nationals on platform 2. Don't go anywhere. We are going to jump back into the action in the bench press in just about 10 minutes. So we'll see you then.
And on platform 1, we have Elijah with 152.5.
Hello and welcome back to the 2024 Powerlifting America High School National Championships. We are going to get back started on platform 2 in just a minute. Going to start off with Anthony taking 32.5 kilos. And bench is kind of the most complicated of the 3 lifts. I mean, you've got 3 commands, start, press, rack. You've got a lot to look for. You've got you're going to keep your feet flat on the floor, head on the bench, butt on the bench. There's just a lot to look for. And even with adding the addition of the bench depth rule, multitude of things. So we might be wrong with trying to look for what the infraction is on some of the lifts, but we're going to try our best to keep you updated.
Most complicated by far.
Yes, for sure.
Like deadlift, it's just down.
Yeah, I think that's why deadlift, for some people, it could be the most exciting to watch. I mean, not only because it is the simplest, but also because you're kind of jockeying around for position. It's the last lift of the day.
I believe bench is the one that has the most missed third attempts from what I've seen.
Yes, I think that is true as well. Okay, so bar has been loaded for Anthony. He's got time. He's got 30 seconds, and with the timer, each lifter is going to be allotted 1 minute, and within that minute, you've got to start your lift. So in the bench, you've got to get the start command within that 1 minute, and I think Anthony, he's got 10 seconds. Yeah, I think he's going to be good.
He gets his command.
Oh yeah, super easy. Look like a warm-up.
Gotta make sure the bar is motionless, and then they'll give you the command.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why you could see a little bit of variability in the press command, and that's just because some lifters have a little bit of trouble having the bar be motionless on their chest. Some of them prefer to do a sync, but when you get motionless as fast as you can, that's when you're going to get the fastest press command.
I see a lot of different equipment here. Some people just use wrist wraps. Some people have the equipped division, which I believe is a bench shirt, or is it a slingshot?
Yeah, it's a bench shirt.
Gotcha.
So it kind of works in a similar way with the squat suit, where it's very, very restrictive. You're kind of fighting to take the bar and the weight down, and then once you get that press command, it kind of explodes off your chest, and then it's a little harder towards the top half of the lift.
Now we have Braden coming out to 52.5 kilograms. He's taking his time, wrapping his wrist. He is actually a guest lifter today.
So a guest lifter, that's going to occur when the lifter weighs in over, or sometimes very rarely under, the weight class that they're signed up for.
Always want to make sure at national meets you make weight.
Yes, otherwise you've got to lift as a guest lifter. It just kind of poses an unfair proposition to the other lifters if you're switching weight classes the day of. That could be allowed at local meets. It's just up to the discretion of the meet director. But at national level meets, you've got to have your weight class declared. You've got to, if you're going to change it, you're going to change it at least 2 weeks out. And that way, if you weigh in over or under on the day, you're going to have to compete as a guest lifter, and your total will count. It'll still count on the database, but it's not going to count towards placings of the meet.
It gets the experience, though.
Yeah, of course, that national level experience, especially for these young junior varsity kids, it's really invaluable.
I wish I did a JV lift. I started last year.
Yeah, I wish I did too. I also didn't start until later in my high school career.
We have Bryce coming out to 57.5 and the 59 kilogram class. And he is a raw lifter, which means there's no bench shirt, which allows belt and wrist wraps, I believe.
Longer range of motion there with his long arms.
Hopefully helps on deadlift. 3 white lights.
Oh, just in time. Welcome back on platform 1.
3 white lights for Advic.
Welcome back on platform 1 to the 2024 Powerlifting America High School Nationals. Bit of technical difficulties there with the timer, so we weren't exactly sure where to start, but we caught Advik's first attempt just in time, and we are going to roll right into flight A of the bench press, where the action is going to continue.
Brandon coming out to 60 kilos on platform 2. Equipped lifter in the 53.
Yeah, you can kind of see him going down slowly, fighting against the bench shirt.
Good lift over there on platform 2. And you got Daniel taking 65. Good first attempts. What's the judges say? And we have Xander coming on platform 2, who's 60 kilograms. 3 white lights on platform 1. Xander getting his press. And that will be a good lift for Xander. Troy on platform 1. Troy taking 75, which I believe is where the red starts. Get the full.
Get that milestone out of the way on your first attempt. Troy's in the 66 kilo raw division, currently projected in 2nd place.
Colin taking 60. Little bit of a fight for Troy.
Yeah, and he could be, I agree, it was a little bit of work off the chest. Potentially could be one of those lifters where, hey, that's how all his benches are going to move, or maybe he's one that prefers the smaller jumps.
Colin taking his time. Gets his press command, moves up the chest fast. Be a good lift.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why Equipped is kind of really interesting to watch, where you see these lifters. Sometimes it looks a bit shaky when they're coming down with the bar, having to really fight against the bench shirt. They get that press command, and it can either go really wrong or really right, and they push it up really fast.
Nathan was taking 75.
Nathan in the 74 kilo raw division.
3 white lights. Moving up to 65 on platform 2.
Platform 1, we've got Rave coming out to 80 kilos for his opening attempt.
Gavin, another person in the guest class.
Gavin taking that super slow takedown.
Rave having a little bit of a mystery, it looked like.
Yeah, a little bit of work on both platforms.
2-to-1 no lift on platform 1 and a good lift on platform 2.
Yeah, always kind of worrying when that's worrying for anyone, missing your opening attempt. With Equipped, sometimes they are more privy to having some technical issues or technical mishaps, just because you have to be so sound with the equipment, and that's very difficult to do, especially if you're a young lifter like these are. So hopefully he can come back, hit it on his 2nd attempt.
Zane getting set up and Hunter coming out. Hunter taking 80. Zane making his move very fast.
Hunter putting in a little bit of work on his opener, but it was still smooth nonetheless.
Casey, 3 white lights. And Hunter, 2-to-1 good lift.
And again, with those yellow cards, sometimes we're just not going to know what happened, but we're going to try our best to watch the lift, keep you updated. And that's just because the yellow card is kind of a catch-all for everything. I mean, it could be your head lifting off the bench, your foot lifting up, your butt lifting up, jumping a command. There's a lot of things going on with that card.
Casey coming out to 72.5 in the equipped 74.
Colin on platform 1, getting set up with 82.5 kilos in the 74 kilo raw division. Oh yeah, that's exactly what you want opener to move like on platform 2 from Casey.
Colin
Super
also
easy.
pressing his up. 3 white lights on platform 2. 2-to-1 good lift on platform 1. Moving up to a red on platform 2. 105.
Yep, this is about 231 pounds for his opening attempt. And kind of like we were following along in the squat, Chavis going to be in a bit of a battle there with Jackson Aliman in the equipped 74 kilo division.
Both going 3 for 3 on squats.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it all the more interesting when you're watching a battle and they're both kind of going tit for tat in their lifts, and all of them are making their lifts across the board. So we hope that can continue for both of them as the battle unfolds.
Nicholas gets his start command. Little bit of a fight there.
Yeah, a bit of work for an opener. I imagine he'll probably take a small jump.
3 red lights.
Chav is making easy work with his opener at 105.
Comes off the rack a little. 3 red lights though. Connor coming out to 90. 198 pounds.
Jackson Aliman on platform 2. Chavis's direct competitor coming out just after him, taking 110 kilos. Move well on 1.
Good lift for Connor. Jackson taking 110.
Really slow control on the way down.
Move well.
Yeah, move well. I don't think it like flew off the chest like Chavis's did, but it still moved like an opener.
3 white lights, and we're on the second on platform 2. And on platform 1, we are with Maddox with 92.5.
Maddox currently forecasted well ahead in the 74 kilo raw division. Had a great squat event, looking to continue that. And he does so far. That moved really well for an opener.
Judges say 3 white lights. Anthony coming out on platform 2 to 40, taking a 7.5 kilogram jump here. Sam coming out to 92.5 on platform 1.
Anthony on platform 2, 40 kilos for his second attempt.
Moved well.
Yeah, especially for a second attempt. Moved really well.
3 white lights. See what Sam can do here on platform 1. See what the judges say.
I think it should be good. 3 white lights. But again, we kind of hesitate because it's a bit sticky for an opener. Interesting to see where he goes from there.
Landon taking 110. And Braden coming out to 57.5. Landon looking like to have a bigger bench for his weight class. See what he can do to it. Ooh.
Ooh.
It's a fighter.
Oh, and I'm just not sure if he jumped the command.
2 to 1 no
Yeah,
lift.
unfortunately gets no lift. And that's a bit worrying. I mean, that was your opening attempt, something that is supposed to move very well just to get you on the board. And then it's a bit of a fight, and it's all the more troubling when it's a bit of a fight and you miss the lift. You got to come back and hit down your second.
Hope it was just nerves.
Yeah, hopefully so.
And we're on the seconds on platform 1 with Advik.
Platform 2, Bryce going to come out to 60 kilos, taking just the minimum 2.5 kilo jump. You see that a bit more common with the lighter weight class lifters, just because, I mean, even the 2.5 kilo jump can be a bigger percentage of your body weight, of the load you're lifting,
Bryce
compared
coming
to
out.
other lifters.
See, with both these lifters, they get lift-offs, and that is an optional decision to the lifter themselves. Depends how you train, I guess.
Yeah, and a lot of lifters do take that option just because it can help them conserve a bit of energy. They're not wasting energy trying to unrack it. So a lot of lifters do take that option, but like you said, it's completely optional.
Good lift on both platforms. They're moving up for Brandon to 65. Bars loaded on platform 1 for Daniel. So Brandon does on a second. Ooh, good. That's what I would like to say. A second would like to look.
Yeah, relatively smooth. Bit of work more than your opener, but that's kind of what you expect from a second attempt.
Brandon gets his down command. Bit of a fight.
Bit of a fight. Didn't completely empty the tank there. I'd probably take a smaller jump, like 2.5. Maybe 5 kilos, but I'd probably go 2.5.
See what the judges say there.
Yeah, a bit of a delay. Always a little bit of anticipation for the lifters, waiting to see if it was a good lift or no lift.
3 white lights. And we had Troy on platform 2. Or 1. My apologies.
Troy currently projected in second place in the 66 kilo raw division.
Any kilos you can get on bench will help you in the long run. Always want to go 3s. Ooh, big fight here.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to go.
Does not look.
No, I'm glad he at least got his opening attempt so that they could have that conversation of, hey, if it's just not there today, let's not take a third attempt. They could come out and try it anyways. Maybe it was a bit of a technical error. But, I mean, I think from our perspective, it kind of just looked like strength.
Bench is always relying on cut, too. That always affects.
Yeah, definitely.
3 white lights on platform 2. We have Nathan coming out to 80.
Nathan in the 74 kilo raw division. And on platform 2, Colin's going to come out to 67.5 kilos. Colin is one of our lifters who is the only lifter in the Equip 59 kilo division, so he's just got to make his lifts, and he's walking away with a national title.
Nathan has a little bit of fight, but it looks solid. Getting all whites, so it's a good lift. And we have Colin getting started for his. Taking his time to start his press.
Yeah, really taking his time. They're fighting against that bench shirt there.
A fighter.
Ah, and I thought he was going to be able to fight through that.
Good catch by the spotters. And we have Rave coming out for 80 again. I believe he missed on a rack command his last attempt. So hopefully he can get it here.
Yeah, and I remember it was a bit tough too, so let's see how he handles this. Okay. I think that's going to be good.
See,
Yep,
3
3
white
white lights on the board. Big sigh of relief there.
We have Gavin coming out to a 2.5 jump, the minimum jump you can do. And Hunter going up 7.5.
Gavin, again, with that really slow takedown that we see from our equipped lifters. And then fast off the chest, yep.
Hunter, see what he can do here.
87.5 kilos.
Takes a little bit to get his down command, but his left foot moved. That's most likely why. A fighter. See what the coaches wanted him to do from there. 3 white lights.
Zane Adams going to come out on platform 2 to 72.5 kilos. Another one of our lifters who is in a situation where as long as he makes his lifts, he's going to walk away the national champion in the 66 kilo equipped division.
Zane coming out to 72.5. He's also an equipped lifter. And Colin coming out to 90. I see today the biggest jump we've seen so far is 7.5.
Yeah, in bench, you're typically not going to see those bigger jumps that you see in squat and deadlift, just because the total load is lower, total absolute load. So bigger jump, it's going to be a bigger percentage of the weight. Wow, that's a big fight for Colin.
And the bar can go down a little bit on the side, but it just can't go up and down. And then up.
It can come up, yeah, it can come up uneven. We're not going to penalize you for that, but if the entirety of the bar comes down, then like you said, that would be a no lift.
I personally bench like that.
Yeah, I mean, some lifters, they've got imbalances or they're just a little bit uneven. Totally fine as long as you meet the standards of the competition.
We have Casey taking 80. Nicholas coming out to 92.5.
No question on the elbow tap on platform 2.
A very fast second. 3 highlights over there. And we have Nicholas. Ooh, a fighter. Let's see if he can do this.
I thought he was going to be able to fight through it.
So that sticking point.
Yeah, I imagine they're just going to repeat that or perhaps have that conversation of scratching the attempt. But hey, I mean, bench, honestly, that could be one of the lifts out of the 3 where you do see more repeats, just because bench, I mean, it's, yeah, you are using your legs, but mostly it's going to fatigue your upper body, which isn't as fatiguing as, say, repeating a squat and then failing it.
Jackson taking 115.
Connor on platform 1 taking a 5 kilo jump to 95 kilos.
See what these lifters can do. Speedy second for Connor.
Another speedy second for Jackson on platform 2.
3 highlights up for platform 1 and 3 highlights on platform 2. And on platform 2, we're going to the next 2 lifters are actually in a pretty even fight for first place for this national title.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw Jackson go on platform 2, smoked his second attempt. Let's see how Travis handles a 15 kilo jump to 120 kilos.
Probably the biggest jump we'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
Sam getting his unrack.
Just a 2.5 kilo jump in contrast.
Slow descent.
And that's why they just took the minimum jump. Can he lock it out?
Let's see what the judges say.
Yeah, he locks it out. It's a really good fight.
Good
2 to
lift.
1, that's a good lift. Oh, and on platform 2, Travis, the 15 kilo jump does not pay off, and he actually misses the attempt, seemingly on strength.
See where both of these lifters can go after that one.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw Jackson go just before him, smoking his second attempt, and then you see the stark contrast with Travis missing his second attempt. And I mean, that 15 kilo jump, it was a bold move. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. We'll see if he can pick up those extra 15 kilos on his third attempt.
A lot is on the table there.
Yeah, I mean, that is a pivotal miss there, especially when you're in such a tight battle.
We have Maddox on platform 1, taking 100. Drives it up.
Looks solid, solid second attempt.
And we are on to thirds on platform 2. Good lift on platform 1. And I believe Landon is the one who actually had the...
I think it was too. Yeah, I think I misspoke where I thought another lifter had the opener where it kind of seemed like a strength issue, but I think you're right. I think it was Landon. So we'll have to see how he handles this.
Fighter
repeat.
for a third. Locks
Great
it
call.
out.
7.5 kilo jump too.
So judges say. And Anthony's lift is...
See the referees trying to get their lights in.
a
It's good.
lift. Landon having a little bit longer press can because it's not motionless. Fighting it. Fighting.
He needs this lift to stay in the meet.
Holds
He
it,
locks
holds
it out.
Gets that rack. Big
Whew.
highlights.
And a big sigh of relief there. I mean, my heart stopped when I saw him hit that sticking point again, having to fight through it. Thankfully, Landon stays in the meet. I wouldn't even take a third attempt, honestly.
And we're having a little bit of issues on platform 2.
Yeah, I think there was just some sort of technical issue with either lifting cast or the referee light system. But I think they got it sorted. Anthony, that was a good lift. Braden's going to come out next to 60 kilos.
Advig coming out to 72.5, taking a 7.5 kilogram jump. A little bit more than this first.
Yeah, typically it's a bit rare to see that. Typically you are going to see a bigger jump from the first to second, then a smaller jump from the second to third, just so you're kind of more primed for that third attempt. But we'll see how Advik handles this.
Hopefully makes it move very well. And Braden coming out on platform 2 to 60, taking a minimum jump. That'll be no lift on platform 1.
Yeah, and honestly, I think he jumped the start command anyways. He does walk away 2 for 3 in the bench.
Trying to get settled on platform 2.
Braden's got that long range of motion.
Drives it up. And that is a no lift.
It doesn't go, and I remember his second attempt moved fairly smooth, and sometimes in bench, you jump just 2.5 or 5 kilos, you just hit the wall that fast.
And bench is always the hardest to get the third, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree.
With Daniel coming out to 77.5, a 5 kilogram jump.
Bryce on platform 2, gonna come out to 65 kilos for his third attempt bench. And actually, Bryce, another kind of battle here in the raw 59 kilo division. Currently, him and Xander Karaki is projected on the exact same total. So that's going to be fun to see come deadlift time.
3 lights and a good fight on platform 1. See what Bryce can do here.
Yeah, Bryce needs these 5 kilos. Ah, and I think he jumped it. Yep. I don't think it was going anyways based on strength, but that might have kind of threw him off if he knew he jumped it.
Troy coming out for 80 again.
I don't quite remember what he missed it on. He did get all yellow cards, so either a miss on strength or commands. I don't exactly remember.
Brandon coming out also. See what Troy can do here.
Bit of a delayed start command.
I believe he got his command, just didn't register it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And no
it's not
lift.
going to go.
Holding it for that long, kid.
Yeah,
Definitely
especially a weight that's right up against your max or over it. That's going to be kind of difficult.
Uneven descent. Let's see what he can do here. Brandon. Fighter. And that'll be
He's
a
still
no lift.
fighting, but it's not going to go.
Again, this third attempt bench is crucial to get. We see what can happen here.
Yeah, I mean, as Xander, as we said, in that 59 kilo fight, his opponent, Bryce, missed his third attempt. That was his first miss of the day. Xander going to be responding, trying to add 2.5 kilos.
Nathan getting a start command. Good battle here.
Wow, really good fight.
Oh, get to that lockout.
Ah, I thought he was going to be able to push through. Just too much.
No lift there. There's Xander, who's in the battle for the 59 kilogram class. Gets his press.
Ooh,
Big
let's
fight.
see him fight through it. Ah, it's not going to go. He does walk away with just 2.5 kilos under, so he didn't really leave much on the table. He did all he was capable of the day. Maybe just lost a bit of energy
Definitely
there.
come down to deadlift in the class.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, based off openers for the two, Xander's going to be 2.5 kilos ahead of Bryce. Super tight.
Rave coming out, making a 5 kilogram jump. Was able to get on the board with a second. And we have Colin coming out, retaking 67.5.
Wow. Really well. It looked like a good third attempt. Like, it looked like that was all he had.
2 to 1, good lift on platform 1. And we're going to Colin on platform 2. Hopefully he can get his redemption back on this one.
Slow descent. Gets the press command. Can he fight through the sticking point? It's not going to go. He's still on the board. that's kind of what matters at the end of the day, especially when you have a rough event like he did in the bench, only walking with his opener. You can come back and say, hey, that's not what I wanted. At least I'm on the board. At least I can post up a total.
And we have Riker, or not, or I guess that's his last name, Nicholas, coming back out to his third attempt. His 5 kilograms here are crucial. Gavin coming out, 72.5 on platform 2. Big fight.
Wow, the elbows flare, but he
Driving
does
through.
not stop fighting.
Gets it up, gets the right command.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
hyped.
That was a great third attempt there from Nicholas.
Very good. Always love to see you fight.
Gavin really fighting with the bench shirt to take down that weight.
Oh boy. Gets his press.
Wow. Oh,
bumped
can
off
he
the
lock
rack.
it out? I think he's done it. Wow, bit of a longer than I thought range of motion to get to the lockout.
Oh, 2-1 no lift.
2-1. Gets a blue card, likely for up and down motion. Gets a yellow card, likely for the butt lifting maybe, or the foot lifting.
If he didn't knock it off that rack, I think you'd have been okay.
Yeah.
Colin coming out to the minimum jump of 2.5.
Colin currently projected in second in the 74
Another
kilo
fight.
class. Wow, we're seeing a lot of fights here on the third benches.
Fortunately, that one did not look like it was going to go. And that is a no lift. Zane moving up 5. And Hunter going to 95.
Yeah, Hunter taking even 7.5 kilo jumps. A little bit of a bigger jump, especially at this weight.
It's always good to open light on bench.
Zane, another fight to get to the lockout.
3 white lights. See what Hunter can do here. Hunter taking his time on the descent. Ooh. Off the chest looked a little bit sticky, and that'll unfortunately be a no lift for him.
Yeah, and that's kind of the risk you take with taking the bigger jumps like he did. I mean, he could have had 90 kilos, maybe 92 and a half, but then when you're taking that bigger jump, you're kind of taking the risk there of leaving those kilos on the table.
Casey on platform 2. On a sticking point
Another
halfway up,
fight,
and that is a no lift.
one that he is not going to win.
He shook that one off. We have Sam coming out to 97.5. Looks like he took the smallest jumps he can here. See what he can do here. A lot of cheers. Big fight.
Not gonna go. Like you said, the third attempt bench press is the most missed lift of the entire competition.
And we have Chavez coming out to 120.
Chavez in the hunt for the title.
This is 15 kilograms here on the
Yep, and we remember his second attempt that didn't move. It went off the chest, but quickly went back down. See if he can pick up these pivotal 15 kilos in the battle for the national title against Jackson Alleman.
I'd say this is pretty crucial for the national title here. Ooh, moves better off the chest.
It's not gonna go. That's the thing, when you take big jumps, you have that risk of leaving so many kilos on the table.
He is still on the board though.
Yep, he's still in the hunt with Jackson. I mean, we're gonna see what Jackson does right now.
Connor getting 3 out lights, moved very well for a third open. Jackson, which I believe is facing Chavez, is going for a 7.5 kilogram jump here.
Yeah, and if you remember, he pretty much smoked his second attempt. So I expect this to go, but of course, you never know what can happen, especially with equipped lifting. Lots of technical failures could come about. Let's see how he handles trying to add 7.5 kilos to his total in the battle against Chavez.
And we have Maddox on platform 1. Jackson gets his start command, sorry.
Slow takedown, gets the press command.
Drives.
Ooh, that was a really good call from the coaching staff.
And if that's a good lift, it is. That'll be put that battle in a.
Yeah, I mean, based off openers, Jackson's going to be at 477.5. Chavis is going to be at 472.5. And they're opening at the exact same deadlift. It's really going to come down to the wire there.
My favorite lift.
Yeah, me too.
And we're on the openers on platform 2.
Yep, we've moved on straight into flight B on platform 2. Assad's going to open us up with 90 kilos.
And we have Landon coming out to 112. If I believe his opener and his second attempt were big fights.
Yeah, and I even said, hey, if he doesn't come out for a third, I wouldn't be mad. But let's see a miracle happen. Perhaps he can scrap out these extra 2.5 kilos.
Off the chest, and that looks like
Not
it'll
going
be
to go. Now, he didn't waste too much energy there. And, I mean, you're at high school nationals. You traveled out here. Might as well come out and try it.
I regret not doing that last year.
Yeah.
And we have Assad.
I mean, you only got nine attempts, right? And you pay X amount of money to travel, to register. Sometimes it's like, hey, might as well come out and try it.
And we're on to the next flight of lifters on platform 1. Matthew starting us off with 52.5.
Connor on platform 2, 92.5 kilos in the 83 kilo equipped division. That moved well on platform 1.
Matthew 3 lights. Connor getting good press. And he's on the board. Devin coming out to 55 kilos. And we have Keegan also coming out to 92.5. Fast descent. I'd say that was a pretty good opener.
Yeah, fast descent too.
Just say 3 lights on platform 1.
Keegan on platform 2, going to come out to 92.5 kilos.
And bars loaded on platform 1 for Tyler.
Keegan's got that close grip, long range of motion there.
Fast descent, which makes it a little harder to pause, but he got 3 highlights on it. Good lift on platform 2. And on platform 1, Tyler looks like he makes his opener look very fast.
Should be a good lift there. Just a little bit of a delay.
See what the judges say? That'll be a good
There we
lift.
go.
Brady taking 97.5.
Elijah on platform 1, going to come out to 75 kilos for his opening weight.
Both bars are loaded. Both listers are, Brady taking his time to come out. Remember, you have a full minute to get out there and get your down command. Elijah on platform 1, taking 75. Same moves accordingly to an opener should. And that'll be a good lift on platform 1. Brady is...
Yeah, a little bit of a delay there on platform 2. Not exactly sure what's going on.
And we have Benjamin on platform 1 taking 77.5. A little bit of technical difficulty on platform 2. Benjamin, a little bit of a fight halfway up.
Yeah, I imagine he's probably going to take a little bit smaller jumps.
2 to 1 good lift. Casey taking 80 on platform 1. So Casey can do here to 80 kilograms.
Casey's in the 83 kilo raw division.
Ooh, that moved very fast.
Yep. Get on the board. Don't risk anything with your opener.
3
Exactly what
highlights.
we want to see.
And we have Keegan on platform 2. I wonder what happened there. And Andrew coming out on platform 1.
Keegan, a little bit of work with 92.5 kilos, but I think he's on the board. Yep, 3 white lights.
Andrew getting his press. Good fight. Or not fight. It moved very fast.
Now,
3.
Brady on platform 2, going to come out to 97.5 kilos. Unfortunately, he did end up bombing out in the squat event, so he's not going to be able to register a total. And I think he is coming out to bench.
Yeah, you can always go 3 for 3 on bench, 3 for 3 on deadlift.
Exactly. You pick up, like we said, that invaluable national level experience there. You just get more experience on the platform in general, even if you're not going to post a total.
Especially these kids being JV. Hits the rack a little.
I don't think the bar went down.
He drove through the rack.
Unfortunately, no lift. That might have caused his foot to lift or something. Now, if you do hit the rack on your way up, that can be okay as long as the bar doesn't go up and down and you show that the rack didn't help you out. I mean, typically that's going to hinder you. But yeah, that's going to be no lift. I expect him to probably just repeat it.
Brady getting his lift of the day. And we have Jaden coming out on platform 1. And Glenn coming out to that milestone 100 kilograms as an opener, actually. Moved very speedy on platform 1. That would be a good lift for Jaden. So Glenn can do here. Had to wait a little bit on that press command because it wasn't motionless. But it looks like he got 3 white lights. So that'll be a good lift. As long as you get that press command and get it up, that's all that matters. Caden coming out to 87.5.
Caden currently projected well ahead in the 93 kilo class. Opening up, this is about 192 pounds, so probably expect him to go over that 200 pound mark by the time his third comes.
Steele coming out to 135.
Wow.
I think it just went from 100 to 135.
Yeah, that is a big opener there for Steele. He's in the 93 kilo equipped division.
And we have Caden getting settled on platform 1. 87, 193 pounds.
Yep, move like an opener should. Let's see if Steele does the same on platform 2. Moving 297 pounds here for his opener.
Gets a quick press command.
Yep, and that's how an opener should move. Through it lights. It's always a little bit worrying when you see a relatively bigger opener. Kind of worry, oh, are they opening too heavy, being a bit too ambitious? How is this going to move? It's always a relief when you see it move like an opener should.
And we have Micah coming out to 110. And Tio coming to 137.5.
Micah and Tio both projected in first place in their respective divisions.
Some big benches from platform 2.
Yeah, now we are over the 300 pound mark. It's gonna be our first, should be our first 300-pound bench of the entire high school nationals.
Micah looked the misgroove on that one.
Yeah, hopefully he can come back, hit that on his second. Looked a bit weird.
Longer press command. I don't think the bar was full sinking still.
Okay, so hopefully on his second attempt, he can correct that mistake, get motionless, get that press command
A
faster.
little bit of bobble from T.O., but looks to be a good lift. And we're on to seconds on platform 1. Matthew coming out to 55 kilograms, taking a 2.5 kilo jump. Andrew taking 142.5. That is right under that 315 mark.
For a bench press and for an opener for his bench press. Really outstanding lifting here.
Matthew getting 3 lights. Andrew gets a start command, taking his time on the descent. He is an equipped lifter. Very speedy. A little bit of work at the top, but good for an opener.
Yeah, fast off the chest, a little bit of work at the top, like an equipped bench typically looks like.
3 lights there.
On the board.
And Devin is taking 57.5. We're on to seconds on platform 2.
Devin is in the 83 kilo raw division. Long way down, no question on bench depth there.
A little bit of fight, but seconds, a little bit more of a work than an opener, of course. 3 lights there. And Keegan going up 5 kilos to 97.5. Keegan getting his down command. Little bit of a bobble. Fights through the sticking points.
Yeah, locks it out. Wait to see what the judges say. Unfortunately, that's going to be a no lift based on up and down movement of the bar. Now, he had the strength for it, even though it was a bit tough. Hopefully, he can come back, hit it on his third attempt.
We have Assad coming out to 97.5 and Tyler taking 72.5. Good,
Yeah,
good speed.
that moved well.
See what the judges say here. 3 lights on platform 1.
Saad coming down with 97.5. Bit of a fight there at the top.
I'd say he's good for like 2.5 more there. Maybe 5, depending on how he lifts.
I agree. And yeah, and I mean, he is an equipped lifter, so you will see sometimes equipped lifters, they just pull off miracles, honestly, with the equipment giving them help if they're able to make the right adjustments. So yeah, interesting to see where he goes on his third attempt.
Elijah taking 80 kilograms on platform 1. And Connor, platform 2, taking a 7.5 kilo jump to 100 kilos. Connor, one of these lifters, as long as he makes his lifts, he's going to walk away the national champion. Ooh, a little bit of a fight there on platform 1. See what the judges say here. Be a good lift. Looked to be a little bit off balance. Fix that. You got more.
Yeah, and I probably would just go 2.5 there, play it safe.
Connor getting a 2-to-1 good lift. Again, the yellow cards are hard to tell from here. We have 82.5 from Benjamin.
Benjamin in the 83 kilo raw division, currently projected in second place. Kind of got a bit of a spread between him and first. Really just needs to make his lifts to solidify the podium position in the class.
The podium at a national is always very good.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, it's a big fight there at the top to lock out.
He gets it. Let's see what the judges say. And that is a no lift.
Oh, yellow cards. Likely something we can't see from the front, like a butt lifting up or his foot.
Brady actually failing to strength there. I wonder what he has left, or if he's going to go for his third here.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, he did unfortunately bomb out on his squats. So, I mean, at this point, you've kind of got nothing to lose. Whereas if you haven't bombed out, you're kind of thinking about conserving energy for the rest of the meet. But, I mean, if you know you're not going to post a total anyways, you're not risking any injury or whatever, it might be worth it to come out and just try again.
And we have Casey taking 85 on platform 1 in the 83 kilo class.
Oh, and Casey definitely jumped the press command there, so that's going to be a no lift. Yep.
It seems to be a good bit of spread on the 83 kilo class. Definitely a fight for third a little bit, but we'll see what happens there. Steele coming out to 142.5.
Wow, and yeah, that's a big bench, 314 pounds.
And a 93 kilo lifter, Andrews, coming out to 85 here on platform 1. Big fight. So
Can he lock it out?
Ooh.
Oh, still fighting with there, and it's not going to go, unfortunately. Used up a lot of energy there. I wonder if he's going to come out for his third. We're just going to have to see.
Looked to be off-centered because the bar.
Yeah, and honestly, I thought the press command was a little bit long. So maybe if he could come out and get a faster press command, and he could lock it out.
Steele bringing down 142.5 kilograms. Moves actually pretty fast.
Yeah, move well, especially for 314 pounds.
And that is a good lift from the 105.
Now on platform 1, be interested to see what happens here. James taking 82.5 kilos, missed it, went up anyways by 5 kilos.
Have to have the bar motionless to get the press. Looks, ooh, he might have racked it a little early.
You know, I think that's what happened on his opener too.
And that's a no lift.
Yeah, fortunately that's a no lift there for
I
James.
believe on the first, he actually hit it off the rack.
Oh yeah, I remember that actually. So maybe that's why they decided to go up. It wasn't a strength issue. Gonna have to get down this third attempt.
Tio going for 142.5.
Big benches here on platform 2. Moved well.
Good. And Jaden taking 87.5. 3 lights on platform 2. Jaden making his move pretty well for a second. And it's a good lift.
And now we are going up to 150 kilos on platform 2 for Andrew for his second attempt. I mean, he already squatted over 500, already benched over 300, 314, looking to go for 330 pounds on his second attempt.
See what Caden can do here with 97.5.
And Andrew, as long as he makes a deadlift, he's going to be your national champion, just trying to put up the best total he can right now. And he is a 120 kilo lifter, but weighed in relatively light, 108 kilos. Oh yeah, that moved really well for a second attempt.
Very well.
And for 330 pounds, that moved very, very well.
3 white lights there. And we have Caden taking 97.5. Right under that 100 kilogram out. Hopefully he can jump to that next. Gets his press. Ooh, a little bit of a fight, but stays consistently going up.
Yeah, I think that should be good. Yep.
3 white lights.
No, I would only jump 2.5 kilos there, honestly.
Get that 100. And we have Keegan coming back out to 97.5. I don't remember per se what happened here.
He got blue cards, so I think it might have been up and down motion. So that could be.
Hopefully we can clean that up and get 2 for 3 on the bench.
Yeah,
here.
I mean, he's got the strength for it, clearly.
And we have Micah retaking 110 on platform 1.
Don't exactly remember when he missed it. I think it could have
I believe
been.
this was the miss screw.
Yeah, I think that was it. Hopefully he can get this.
Got to get at least 1 bench to see secure it.
Yeah, and especially considering that if he makes this bench, I mean, he's just got to make a bench in the deadlift, and he's pretty much locked up the national championship. So really hope he could come back and get this.
Keegan taking 97.5. Gets his press command. Ooh, hits it off the rack. Let's see what the judges say.
Oh, and he's still fighting through it, though.
He got it up. No lift for Micah and no lift for Keegan.
Dang. Yeah, Keegan, he had the strength for it, hit the rack, got that up and down. Platform 1, Micah, I believe it looked like just a strength issue, you think?
That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, it's really
Hopefully.
unfortunate because he is projected well ahead in first place, and this is kind of what we saw in session 1, too. We saw a lifter projected well ahead throughout the entire competition, ended up bombing out, and that really opens the door for the other lifters to take the national title.
That's what I always say for my guys. Even if you're not projected first, anything can happen.
Exactly. You just got to hit your lifts. And that's the importance of having an opener that you can hit under any circumstances.
Devin taking 60 and Assad taking 100. Big fight on platform 1 for Devin.
Yeah, flares the elbows, smooth all the way through, though.
Almost racks it in the squat rack. Good lift on platform 1.
Assad fighting up with 100 kilos, that big milestone lift. Waiting to see what the judges say. 3 white lights, good lift for Assad. Way to end the bench press events for him. Haven't missed a lift yet, 6 for 6 leading into deadlifts.
Matthew taking 60 kilos. And Brady retaking 102.5 on platform 2.
Looked like a good call there on platform 1. 2 to 1, that's a good lift. Brady, yeah, retaking 102.5 kilos. Now, I believe this was just a strength issue. Hopefully he can get it.
Ooh, very fast downward. Oh.
Yeah, it just seems that, again, like you said with the fast takedown, he might have lost a bit of control at the bottom there. I mean, that probably is what he does in training anyways. Brady isn't going to be able to register a total. He does get his first bench. Hopefully we see him come out and have a better day in the deadlifts.
Hopefully he likes deadlifts.
Yeah, hopefully so.
Tyler taking a 7.5 kilogram jump up to 80. Tyler so far having a perfect day. Taking a little bit to get that start command. Believe it's because of his elbows.
Yes, I think so too. You've got to lock your elbows out at both the start and the end of the lift. Because, I mean, yes, you may have the capability of it, but if your elbows are in the squat, if your knees are not fully locked out, then you're missing that end range of motion that you need there. Yeah, and he's kind of shaky. I don't know how this is going to go.
Fighting.
Still fighting, but yeah, it's not going to go, unfortunately.
Connor taking 105. And Benjamin retaking 82.5. Bar is loaded for Benjamin. He is walking out to retake this.
He got yellow cards on his second attempt. I don't quite remember what it was for. Perhaps he jumped the one of the commands.
Good set. Gets his press. Fights it.
It's not
He shook it
going.
off. That'll be a 1 for 3 day for Benjamin.
Yeah, I mean, he did go 3 for 3 in the squats. Could come back and turn it around in the deadlift, go 3 for 3.
We have Connor. Did the TV shut off?
Yeah, a bit of a delay. Technical issues on platform 2. We'll get that settled and come back.
Elijah taking 82.5 on platform 1.
Elijah currently projected second in the 105 kilo raw division. Yeah, really dealing with some technical issues there on platform 2.
It takes a lot to run this meet, so expect something. Elijah, see what he can do here to 82.5.
What's up, Bobo? Huh? I do. What?
Gets a start from it. A little bit of fight off the chest. He's fighting through
Big fight there.
that.
Looks solid.
And that'll be a good lift.
That feels good.
6 for 6.
I mean, leaving all you can on the platform, going 3 for 3. Oh yeah, 6 for 6. That feels really good going into deadlifts.
And we have Casey retaking 85.
Casey's in the 83 kilo raw division, currently slotted in 3rd place. Missed his 2nd attempt, got all yellow cards, so I believe he might have either jumped the rack command or just a miss on strength. See if he can come back and get redemption with this weight.
And it looks like on platform 2, we are underway again. Gets his press. Ooh, a little bit of fight at the top. Let's see what the judges say about this. It moved pretty well. 3
There we
white
go.
lights.
Gets redemption on it. Okay, yeah, there we go. Platform 2, Connor coming out to 105 kilos. That's always a little bit of a, it's difficult for the lifter to be in the headspace of, hey, I'm about to go, I'm ready to go, and then you got a little bit of a delay. Hopefully it doesn't shake him up too much.
Crowd getting behind Andrew on platform 1. Connor making his move actually very fast for a 3rd.
Yeah, that moved great.
Judges say 3 white lights. Andrew slings it
Just
a little
not
bit.
going to be there today.
Still getting 80 kilos and staying in the meet, which is all that matters.
Yeah, when you're not having the best day in either just one discipline or throughout the day, you got to kind of like turn your perspective around, look at the bright side. If you just went 1 for 3, kind of like you said, you got to say, hey, at least I'm on the board. At least I can register a total.
And we have 110 from Glenn. A little bit of a long press command.
Oh, wow,
Fighting.
still fighting through it. I thought he lost it there off the chest.
And let's see what the judges say here. 2 to 1, no lift for up and down.
Now, he did get 1 light. He can approach the jury if he wants to. Oh, platform 1, big fight.
Jaden, it will be a
It's
no
not
lift.
going.
And if it is a 2 to 1 no lift, you can actually approach the jury to see if they can overturn it. Sometimes they will.
It's very difficult to overturn. You've really got to make a case, say, hey, I didn't see any up and down there. Or if it's a squat, hey, I thought my lifter squatted deep enough. And you got to approach the jury, be respectful, but
James has missed his first 2 and is actually going up 5 more. Let's see what he can do here. I believe he hit the rack both times.
yeah, he had the strength for it.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to go. I think you saw the same thing I saw where his feet actually lifted off the ground. Yeah.
Unfortunately, not able to register a bench.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we've said it so many times, lifters bombing out. It's not just James. It's relatively a little more common at these national level meets.
Big fight.
Yeah, big fight there on platform
Steal.
2. Great. Oh, man.
Through 3 reds.
Yeah, probably for up and down. But yeah, I mean, bomb outs, they happen so often, especially at national level meets. The pressure is high. The judging is a little bit different. You might not be used to it. And I mean, these kids are young. They're going to have more meets to do. I would just say, just go back for deadlifts. Try to go 3 for 3, end the day well.
Try not to let it affect you. Come
Yeah,
back for the next
exactly.
one.
And it's very difficult. I mean, these kids, they've been preparing for this meet for such a long time. You're in prep for months and months. Could be their first national level meet, too.
I actually had a bomb out once. Came back. Actually, the next meet was
It's not the
last
end of the
year's.
world.
Yep.
It sets you up for a redemption arc.
Big fight for 100 kilograms for Caden. And I believe that's what we said he'd probably get there. And it is 3 white lights.
Yeah, and I mean, that second attempt was a fight, so good to add those extra 2.5 kilos.
Micah.
Hasn't missed a lift so far.
Micah coming out to 110, who has missed this twice already. I believe he's also projected in first.
Yeah, and it's really a shame when you see a lifter projected. I mean, his projected right now is at 455. The next lifter behind is 402.5. So this is really a pivotal lift to keep him in the hunt for the national championship. And that's really, it just shows the importance of getting an opener. Don't get greedy with it. Don't project higher numbers than you might be used to, especially if it's your first national level meet. Just get on the board.
Andrew coming out to 160 on platform 2 also.
Oh, that's a big bench.
Taking a
352
10-kilogram
pounds.
jump.
Yeah, big bench there.
Come on, Micah. Let's get this here.
Yeah, The crowd's really going to be behind Micah to get this. Andrew taking down slowly with 160 kilos.
Andrew making his. A little bit of a sticking point. Unfortunately, it looks like to be a no lift.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be a no lift on both platforms. Micah is going to bomb out, not be able to register a total. Emotions are high here in the back. Again, like we said, relatively common. Hopefully he comes back, hits that, or goes to deadlifts, tries to go 3 for 3. But that is going to be it on both platforms for the bench press in session 2, day 1. Stick around. We are going to take a short 10-minute break before the action starts back again with the deadlifts. And like everyone says, the meet doesn't start until the bar hits the floor. And it's really true. This is going to be where lifters are jockeying around for positioning, solidifying their total. It's going to be a fun time. Stick around on both platforms. We'll see you in 10. Hello and welcome back to the 2024 Powerlifting America High School Nationals. We are going to get started in just a minute here on both platforms. We're going to get started in the deadlift. That is going to be the last lift of the entire day. This is going to be where the fun really starts. I mean, these lifters are jockeying around for position. They're solidifying their total, ending off a lot of them, their debut to the national level stage.
And there's only one command on the deadlift, which is down. So once your knees are fully locked out and your shoulders are locked out, it's just down. Pretty much the easiest one. Just got to stand up.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of fans of the sport and other lifters really enjoy the deadlifts, because it is the simplest lift. You're not going to have as many spotters on the platform. It's just kind of a really fun lift to watch.
All right, and we are getting started here, I believe.
Stand up all the way to deadlift, rock your knees out, shoulders back to get 3 white lights. You cannot hitch. This is not strongman.
And of course, if you see white stuff on people's legs, that is baby powder, which helps people lock out a little bit easier. The bar slides up rather than get stuck on the knees and thighs.
All right, clear on platform 1, we've got Daniel Costanzo. Platform 2, we've got Anthony Owens.
Bar is loaded on platform
1, I believe.
1.
Yep.
Yep.
Daniel coming out to 125 kilos to kick us off.
Pulling conventional, so they're moves relatively very fast. Gets the down command. And your hands also have to stay on the bar all the way to the floor.
Yeah, you've got to show that controlled grip that you have on the bar. And yeah, you mentioned that you've got lifters pulling conventional, you've got other lifters pulling sumo, like we have on platform 2, Anthony opening up with 75 kilos in a sumo position.
A little bit of a mix, like a frog stance.
Yeah, kind of a mix between conventional and sumo. It's sumo, but it's not as wide as some people prefer. And that really comes down to the lifter's preference, where they feel the strongest, their leverages, their strength profiles. It comes down to a lot of things as to whether a lifter chooses to do conventional and sumo. As long as they're meeting the standards of performance, either is completely fine.
And we have Advik on platform 1. Crowd going wild for him. Cheering him on for this 127 kilogram opener.
Advik is in the 66 kilo class. Yeah, lots of crowd support there from Germantown. Where Red Lights and Advik is on the board. And with all of these lifters, if they have made a squat and bench, at least one, then when they make their deadlift openers, they are solidifying their total in the meet, not going to risk bomb out. They could take some bigger jumps from there, have some fun, try to get the best total they can. And on platform 2, that was a good lift from Brandon with 92.5 kilos.
And we're moving up to 107 on platform 2. And 130 on platform 1 for Landon. Landon looking to have a okay day. He's on the board. Hopefully he can get this opener, start off deadlift solid.
Yeah, and that looked easy. He got a little bit of a delay in the down command. Perhaps they thought his knees weren't fully locked out, but he got it down, or he got his knees locked out and gets 3 white lights.
Braden getting his lifts also. And we're up to the 315 mark on platform 1. 145 kilograms. I guess that's 319. And 110 kilograms on platform 2.
And Xander, one of our lifters in the 59 kilo class, really going to be tight here between him and Bryce Hurst. This is going to give Xander a 290 kilo total, and Bryce with his opener is going to be at a 287.5 kilo total.
And it is a good lift on platform 1. And I believe he got called for knees by the middle judge.
Yeah, we see the chief referee pointing at their knees there.
And see what Xander got here. 150 kilograms on platform 1 for Rave. And on platform 2, Xander gets a good lift. A little bit of a struggle. Gets his down command. And Rave's lift is good, and he secures a total. 125 on platform 2 for Zane.
Zane is in the 66 kilo equipped class. And Zane, as long as he makes this lift, going to be your national champion. Oh, a bit slow in the middle.
So Zane, 3 lights. A little bit of adjustments on the camera on platform 1, but for Hunter, he's going for a 152.5. Hunter holding onto the bar, 3 white lights. Going for 130 for Bryce on platform 2. And Troy will be moving the bar up to 157.5. Bryce pulling his opener, trolling it to the ground. That'll be 3 white lights on platform 2 for Bryce.
Yep, and Bryce is our lifter in the 59 kilo battle. So that gave him a total of 287.5 kilos.
Troy going for 157.5. It'll be a good lift. Colin going for 130.
Tiny bit of work, but it was smooth all the way through. 3 white lights. Good lift for Colin.
Connor moving it up to 162.5. And Gavin going to 147.5. Connor making his opener look pretty easy. Judges say 3 lights.
And on platform 2, Gavin, one of our guest lifters today, coming out to 147.5 kilos.
Everybody's got to register these openers, and that's where the fun starts for pulling for first, second, third, whatever you need to get into the position you want to be. Gavin smoking his opener. 3 right lights.
Yep, and Gavin, like we said, he's a guest lifter, so he's not going to be in contention for positioning there. But you're right, this is where the fun starts, where lifters get their opener and then they can take bigger jumps, see where they end up at the end of the day.
Nathan going for 175.
Casey on platform 2, 147.5.
Both moving like opener should. 3 white lights on platform 2 and 3 white lights on platform 1.
Now we see the battle sort of play out here, both in the 59 kilo class and now in the 74 kilo equipped class. On platform 2, Chavis going to be taking 170 kilos for his opening weight. This is going to give him a 472.5 kilo total, whereas his opponent, Jackson Alleyman, also going to be taking 170 kilos, going to end up at 477.5.
Very close. Anything can happen in that
Yeah,
one.
very tight battle. And, I mean, Chavis really hurt him by taking that 15 kilo jump on bench and missing twice.
Opener looks solid.
Yeah, solid.
A little bit of work, but hey, people deadlift all types of ways.
Yeah, and deadlift, I mean, especially since it's one where you're really using your full body, using your back especially, it can be a lift where you see big grinders.
Jackson coming out for the same weight at 170.
Yeah, Jackson, Chavis's direct opponent, is going to give him a 5 kilo spread on Chavis.
And Sam will be coming out to 185.
See this moves for Jackson.
About the same, I'd say.
Yeah, about the same. Tiny bit of work, but still move like an opener should.
Coming down to the last bowl here.
Yeah, especially since, I mean, they literally opened at the same weight. So it makes the battle all the more interesting when they are close in those deadlifts. And now Sam on platform 1, walking out to a 185 kilo opener.
Right
Over 400 pounds.
Right at that 408 mark.
A little bit sticky at the top, but it was smooth. Three white lights. Interested to see where he goes from there if he takes relatively smaller jumps.
We're already on the seconds on platform 2.
Yeah, it is flying. I mean, that's the thing with the national stage, too. You've got these spotters who are so experienced that it's going to fly. It's not going to be like a local meet where you've got 15-person flights, you've got a big break in between. You really have to get accumulated to these shorter breaks.
Everybody on platform 2 also hit their openers. And we have Maddox coming out to 200 kilograms, 440 pounds.
Opening attempt. Platform 2, Anthony, 85 kilos. Took a 10-kilo jump, handled it very well.
And that'll be 3 white lights on platform 2. Maddox coming for 200 here.
Yeah, this is a big milestone lift, and he's hitting that on his opener. Really excited to see where he goes.
Pretty speedy, 3 white lights there.
Yeah, and I mean, with that opener, he pretty much locked up the national championship win. I mean, lifters like Colin and Sam would have to take pretty big jumps to catch up. But Maddox is going to hopefully continue to make his lifts.
The battles look like it'll be in the 59 kilogram boys, raw. And, of course, the one we've been talking about all day, the equipped, I believe, 74?
Yeah, 74.
Because the 59s are within 2.5 of each other also.
Wow, yeah, it's tight. And it's super exciting to see. I mean, this is junior varsity high school, and we're seeing some of these battles. It's really exciting to see the sport grow this way.
Brandon going for a second with 105. And you typically see on deadlift the larger jumps. Ooh. Look to barely get it off the floor. See if he can come back on a second. Or third, my apologies. And Advik going up 7.5 to 135. Ooh, a little bit of fight off the floor. You'll see that with Sumo, though. And gets down command. That'll be 2 to 1. There'll be knees on platform 1. Xander on platform 2, which is, I believe, is one of the kids, or one of the guys in the battle here, with 120 kilograms.
Yep, Xander in, like you said, that 59-kilo raw division. Currently, Xander is in first place. This is going to extend his lead, and Bryce is going to be close behind if they both make their second attempt.
Landon pulling 137. 3 white lights. Xander was actually missing on platform 2 on a second.
Yeah, and that really shakes things up. I mean, that really opens the door for Bryce to come in and take the lead on his second attempt. So we'll see what happens with Bryce's as he is going to lift in just a few lifters. Daniel on platform 1 going to come out to 142.5 kilos. Another big jump here, 17.5 kilo jump. Currently, he's in third place and pretty solidly in third place. I mean, there's a bit of a spread between him and second. Trying to extend his total here.
A little bit of work.
Yeah, move like a second should, though. A little bit hard, but not too easy, not too hard. Kind of somewhere in the middle.
Electing to pull in squat shoes.
Oh, interesting. Most lifters tend to pull in flat soles or flat shoes. That way they have the least range of motion possible from the ground to lock out. But hey, it's all up to preference of the lifter.
And we have Zane going for 132.5. And Nicholas coming out on platform 1 with 152.5.
Zane has not missed a lift yet. Already locked up that national championship win. Just trying to extend his total here by 7.5 kilos.
Nicholas getting 3 white lights. Zane coming out to 132.
Rave on platform 1, they're going to come out to 155 kilos. Didn't have the best squat event, only walking away with his opener. Went 2 for 3 in bench. Going to be looking to go 3 for 3 in the deadlifts.
Zane getting 3 white lights. Rave coming out for 155. A lot of cheers. See what he can do to 155 kilograms. I say it moved relatively fast there.
Yeah, move kind of how you expect the second to. Now, platform 2, here we go. The battle of the 59. Xander, in a turn of events, missed his second attempt. Bryce looking to take back the lead here. This is going to give him a 5-kilo spread on Xander, and I think he's done it. It looked good.
Unfortunately, it looks like Bryce he got the lift. He looks like to have the bigger deadlift out of them too.
Yeah, exactly. So he's going to have that last deadlift advantage where he's going to know exactly what he's going to need to pull in order to win over Xander.
Hunter with 160, moved like a second. Judges say 3 highlights.
Colin on platform 2, taking a jump to 137.5 kilos for his second attempt.
A little bit of work off the floor and through the middle, and that lockout. Look to see.
Yeah, all the way through. Had to put in some work there for his second attempt. Unfortunately, that's no lift. He got yellow cards.
His right hand ended up slipping at the top.
I
think he missed
see.
the command.
I see.
Going to 157 on platform 2. Platform 1, we have Troy coming out to 165.
Troy currently in second place, pretty solidly in second place in the 66-kilo class.
A little bit of a fight at the lockout. You see that with most conventional lifters. 3 red lights.
Gavin, platform 2, our guest lifter, not competing for placing, just trying to put up a big total. 157.5 kilos.
Move speedy.
Yeah, move well.
And that'll be 3 lights for Gavin.
Connor on platform 1, he is currently our leader in the 66-kilo raw division. No one's really going to catch up to him. He's pretty much already won, just trying to extend this lead here. Hasn't missed a lift yet.
Gets a PR total if he can.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying it. I know he was dancing out here on squat.
Yeah, he's been the one who's been dancing all day. Really just happy to be here.
We have Casey running to the bar here. See if he can make 162. Big jump.
That moved well for Connor in 1.
Connor, good lift.
See what Casey can do.
Big jump paying off.
Handles the big jump well.
See what he can get here for a third. It's a risk with the bigger jumps. And we are into almost the 400-pound range on both platforms here, with 180 being right under.
Yeah, and on platform 1, Nathan going to cross over the 400-pound mark.
Big deadlifts. Both bars are loaded here. Nathan coming out first to take on the 182.5 here.
Jackson on platform 2, taking a 10-kilo jump to 180 kilos in the hunt for the national title in the equipped 74-kilo class against Chavis. In the lead currently by 5 kilos, trying to extend that by 10 kilos.
Nathan a good
Force Chavis's hand. Oh, I thought Jackson's hand was slipping, but I think it's good. 3
lift.
white lights.
And if Jackson and Chavis hit both of these, they will have the same total at 487.
Wow.
So
and
it's whoever has the lower lot number here, or the lesser body weight.
yeah, and Jackson is the one that's going to have the body weight advantage. So Chavis not pulling for the lead, but pulling to be right there against Jackson. And likely he's going to have the last say. He's going to have the last deadlift. So I think no matter what, he'll probably pull for the win, just depending how this lift goes.
Cohen having a little bit of a struggle at the top, but making 190 move pretty good. And that'll be 2-1, no lift.
Let's see this from Chavis on 2, 185 kilos. How is he handling this 15-kilo jump? It was sticky, but it was smooth. It was smooth all the way through. I think that should be good. 3 white lights. So now, this battle is so tight in the equipped 74-kilo class. Jackson leading the way with 487.5. Chavis right behind at the same total, 487.5. It's going to come down to the last deadlift.
And each of these lifters get 2 attempt changes on the deadlift for the final attempt.
And you can change up until the time they call bars loaded for your lifter.
Sam going out for 190. 420 pounds.
Sam currently in bronze in the 74 kilo class.
A big fight for the walkout.
Yeah, really good fight there from him.
Judges
Not what you
say.
expect on a second, but he gets it. 3 white lights.
And we're on the thirds on platform 2.
Yeah, we are flying today.
210 for Maddox. I believe this is the last deadlift on this platform. And it is a massive deadlift too,
Yeah.
for 74.
463 pounds. And that's just his second attempt. Platform 1, Anthony, getting set up with 92.5 kilos. He's already your national champion. Trying to go 9 for 9 here.
Looks to be a 9
Yeah,
for
that
9
looked
day.
good.
Coming
Yep.
out to a nationals game 9 for 9 is amazing here.
Yep, Anthony August walks away your raw 53 kilo national champion in the junior varsity division.
Maddox, a little bit of struggle off the floor, but seems to make it work.
Yeah, once he got to lockout, it was relatively fast. Maddox, I mean, he's well ahead in the class. Likely going to walk away your champion.
We have Advocate taking a 5 kilogram jump up to 140. And Brandon going for 105, trying to get this one back.
Brandon, he is on the board no matter what. He will be your champion in the equipped class.
53 kilogram. Unfortunately, is
Yeah, that's
a
gonna
no
be
lift.
that's not gonna go. But I'm glad he got an opener that he hit an opener that he would have hit on any day. Don't risk it on your opener, especially when you're gonna walk away the champion, as Brandon Lesnick does in the equipped 53 kilo class with a 265 kilo total.
Xander here, who is actually in the battle for the 59 kilogram class, looks to be retaking.
Oh, interesting decision there. So on platform 1, that was a good lift for Advic to end off his day. Yeah, interesting decision there. So Xander in the battle of the raw 59 kilo lifters. So yeah, so right now Bryce is ahead with 295 kilos. Xander, like you said, he missed his second attempt, would have needed to bump up this third attempt by 5 kilos to pull for the win.
And unfortunately,
And I think that's why they didn't bump. They knew that it wasn't there today. They said, let's just try to repeat. Let's try to add those 10 kilos to our total. Typically, you would say, hey, you have nothing to lose. Let's jump those 5 kilos anyways. But there, they kind of knew that it wasn't going to be there.
Daniel coming out for a 5 kilogram jump, getting it all the way up. Let's see what the judges say here. 3 white lights on platform 1 for. And we have Braden moving up to 137.5. Landon coming out here for a 10 kilogram jump. Big jump here. And I say that was the right call. Let's see, with a little bit of issue locking the knees, but I will say that is a good lift. 2 to 1. Braden here for 137.5. Made the big jump on a second. See if he can.
Yeah, huge 20 kilo jump. And another 10 kilos on top of that.
Ooh, making it move. Let's see if he can lock this out. Big fight. Sliding.
Wow, really good grind there from Braden.
Deadlift was there today. That'll be 3 white lights for him.
Yeah, great job on platform 2.
Rave will be only going up 2.5 kilograms.
Really trying to end the day 3 for 3 after a rough start in the squat event for Rave.
And Colin will be going for 137, retaking that. Rave with the fight. He had more, but it will secure his total and hopefully get a PR total here. Good lift.
Yeah, and I mean, it feels really good to go 3 for 3 in the deadlifts, especially when you don't start off the day strong like he did.
Ended off well. And we have Colin retaking. Nicholas coming out for 160 on platform 1.
And unfortunately on 2, that's going to be no lift for Colin, but he still walks away your equipped junior varsity 59 kilo high school national champion.
Good fight for Nicholas, judges say. 3 white lights. And that'll be say a pretty well day.
Yep, ends the day 3 for 3. Missed one lift in squat and bench, respectively, but I really like that he ended the day 3 for 3, end the day on a high note.
Zane here will be going for 145.
Hunter on platform 1, jumping up 7.5 kilos to 167.5.
And Hunter coming out here for 167.5. Hunter is in first place so right now.
Zane locks out 145 kilos, ending the day 9 for 9 for the equipped junior varsity 66 kilo national champion in Zane Adams.
Hunter also walking his out with 167.5, and that is a good lift. And Bryce will be coming out here on platform 2. I believe he already won. This is just for more kilos.
He already won. Xander elected not to pull for the win. I mean, he didn't have 120 kilos anyways. He would have had to jump to 125 kilos. And yeah, Bryce really just having fun. He's already walking away with the title. Trying to add 10 kilos to his total.
Troy coming out on for the 66 kilo class of 170.
Looked like a good call there for Bryce.
So judges say 3 white lights.
3 white lights. Bryce ending the day 8 for 9.
Troy unfortunately misses.
For Bryce Hurst, he's going to be your raw junior varsity 59 kilo national champion with a 305 kilo total.
See what Connor can do here for 182.5.
Yeah, relatively a big jump. I mean, he took 7.5 kilos, now jumping up to 182.5 kilos. He hasn't missed a lift yet. He's already walking away your champion, looking to go for that milestone 400 pounds here.
Gavin coming out for 165. This will be a 7.5 kilogram jump. Getting loud in here for him. Moved very well from what I can see. Good third attempt. And Connor on platform 1 is coming out. I believe he is your national champion. Just pulling.
Yeah, he's been having a great day, just having fun with it.
And that will secure his raw varsity.
Yep, he ends the day 9 for 9, 435 kilo total to walk away your raw junior varsity 66 kilo national champion in Connor McAuliffe.
And Casey coming out on platform 2.
Fired up there.
Colin is going up on platform 1 to 192. I wonder if he's pulling for position here. And he is going up for second attempt. I wonder what happened there. Casey getting 3 white lights and getting his third. 3 for 3.
Yeah, I guess Connor, you know what? He is kind of pulling for position here. He's currently in second place.
Trying to secure his second, probably.
Yeah, trying to extend his second by the most he can so that Sam does not take that away.
Gets the 10 extra kilos there.
Yeah, that was really important for him to get because Sam was right on his tail there, and he still could change his attempt. Let's see what happens.
Nathan going for 195 on platform 1. Taking a good-sized jump, 12.5 kilogram jump here.
He's there. He's a freshman. Look at him. He's coming in for you. He's going to be you.
Nathan coming for his final attempt. See what he can do here. Good fight.
Yeah, I think that was a good call.
Jackson coming out to 187.5.
Now Jackson, in that battle in the equipped 74 kilo class, he's going to be pulling first, currently in the lead by body weight, looking to add 7.5 kilos to extend his lead, and I think he's done it. That was a really good call there.
Hopefully, for him.
2-1, that's a good lift for Jackson.
He's hoping to take over Chavez right here.
Yeah,
He was having to go up. Two
Yep.
and a half more.
Currently, Jackson is at 495 kilo total. Chavis gonna come out right after to pull for the win over him by the minimum 2.5 kilos. For Sam,
Is pulling. Oh, and that is a no lift.
no lift for Sam. And in that 74 kilo raw division, Maddox has elected not to come out for his third attempt, given that he's already won. So Maddox Rampin gonna be your raw junior varsity 74 kilo high school national champion with a 487.5 kilo total. And now Chavis, here it comes. I told you it would come down to the last deadlift in the equipped 74 kilo division. Chavis pulling for the win here, everything he has. What a setup from Chavis.
He's pulling for the win here. See what
Looking
he
to
can
get some good juju as he tries to add 10 kilos to pull for the win over Jackson Alleman.
do. He's gonna fight it.
And it's going.
Ah.
I mean, he gave it his all. What else can you do? You're already solidly in second. And Jackson Alleman, what a good fight in that division as Jackson Alleman walks away your equipped junior varsity 74 kilo national champion.
Both platforms are moving on to the 83 and higher weight classes here.
Yeah, and the excitement, I mean, that was a really fun fight, and the excitement does not end there. We've got a whole nother flight to get through.
Devin making his look relatively easy. 3 highlights. And Connor is coming out to 127. All right, let's see what Connor can do to 127.5. Standing up. And that'll be 3 white lights on platform 2. Matthew coming out to 130 on platform 1. Controls it down. And 3 white lights. Keegan coming out to 152.5 and James coming out to 130.
And once again with these lifters, if they have made at least one squat, at least one bench, getting their opener is going to secure their total in the meet.
James will be getting his deadlift. Keegan is going for 152. Smooth. Controls it all the way down. 3 white lights. Tyler going for 135 kilograms.
On 2, Glenn coming out to 160 kilos for his opening weight. Tyler, if he gets this sitting, relatively comfortable in 3rd place.
Looks to be easy. Gets the down command.
Yeah, a little bit of a delay on that down command.
3 white lights. Glenn coming up to 160. Speedy. Three highlights on platform 2 for Glenn. Casey coming out for 137.5.
This will give Casey a 370 kilo total just off his opener.
Speedy. Very fast. See. And he will register his total with 3 white lights. Assad coming out on platform 2 for 165. All these openers for most of the people here are to secure their total, and hopefully they'll be able, after a second and third, to pull for some placement. It's not over until everybody's done. Assad pulling.
Assad having a really good day so far.
3
Continues
lights.
that momentum.
Elijah coming out for 162.5. Elijah making his move pretty well. Let's see what he can do. 2 white lights, 2-1.
Gets that red card. On the deadlift, that red card is going to be for soft lockout, either in the shoulders, hips, or knees. But majority rules, he gets 2-1, and he's on the board. Teo on platform 2, opening up with 175 kilos.
Andrew opening up 170 on platform 1. Teo's lift is good. A little bit of a fighter, but moves smoothly throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, it looked a little bit more like a second attempt, but like you said, he gets the whites. He's on the board.
Brady coming out to 182.5, right over the 400-pound mark.
Brady is our lifter, who unfortunately isn't going to be able to register a total, but I'm glad he's still coming out to deadlift. Could end up ending the day strong.
To Jaden, also coming out for 177.5. Brady's opener is good. We have Steele coming out for 212, and he looks to be in first. No? Yes,
He's well ahead in the 93 kilo equip division, as long as he makes this opener. And Jaden also ahead in the 105 kilo raw division, but the spread is a bit tighter, just 20 kilos. So Jaden really can't mess up here.
Makes it look like an opener. We have Steele with 212. Benjamin is up next with 185 on platform 1. See what Steele can do.
Oh yeah, they move well.
And he secures his total.
Pretty much secured the championship as well. Gonna try to extend his lead over the next couple of lifts.
Benjamin out for 185.
Benjamin also,
A little bit of a lockout issue. Should
yeah,
be
a bit
good.
of work at the lockout.
3 highlights.
Yeah. Now I'm glad he got that lift, because we've seen before lifters projected well ahead and they end up bombing out. So I'm glad he got that lift, even though it was sticky at the top, because he is now in first place in the 83 kilo raw division.
215 kilograms from Andrew here.
Wow.
Big opener.
Yeah, 474 pounds here. Secures that big 602.5 kilo total on his opening attempt.
Micah coming out to 185. Andrew is getting 3 lights for that lift. Good lift.
On 1, Micah is our lifter, who unfortunately bombed out on bench, but I'm glad he still came out to deadlift and the day off strong.
Made it look easy. On to seconds on platform 1, or not 1, 2. On platform 1, there will be a 225 kilogram opener in
Wow.
a raw 93 kilogram class.
Wow, that's the raw division. Caden Walker solidifying a big 517.5 kilo total with this opening attempt. Yeah, this is just under 500 pounds, about 496 pounds.
Hitting that 4 red mark. Connor going for 140, make a 12 kilogram jump.
Bit sticky at the lockout for Caden.
Connor and Devin's lift's good, and Connor's lift is good.
Yeah, on platform 1, that was Caden who secured that big total with that opener there.
Devin is starting off the second deadlifts on platform 1. And Keegan will be coming out to 162.5. See what he can do here.
See what the judges say. 3 white lights, good lift.
Devin coming out to 115. Solid. Definitely second. 3 white lights. Glenn will be going up to 170 kilograms.
Glenn currently in second place, pretty solidly in the equipped 93 kilo class. He's gonna add 10 kilos to his total, give him a 455 kilo total if he makes this.
See what Glenn with the 170. Speeding. And that'll be 3 white lights on platform 2 for Glenn. Matthew coming out to 135. Deadlift for platform 1. On platform 1, we were moving up to 137 kilograms. And on platform 2, we were going to 180. Big jump, 15. So Tyler can do. Only electing to take 2.5.
Yeah, perhaps the opener was a bit tough, or they're just not wanting to. Yeah, that's a bit tough there off the ground.
Saw it on the head and made it look really fast.
3 white lights on both platforms, I hope. Yep, 3 white lights. Teo on platform 2 in the same division as Assad, the equipped 105 kilo division. It's going to give him a big 540 kilo total. He is well ahead in the class.
James' lift is good on platform 1. And Teo is coming out for 185.
Slow but smooth all the way through, kind of what you expect. 3 white lights, good lift for Teo.
Casey coming out for 150.
Casey sitting solidly in second place in the raw 83 kilo division. Okay, solid.
See what the judges say? That'll be 3 white lights for him.
Brady Parks taking a 10 kilo jump to 192.5 kilos.
Does not look to be too many battles here. Brady will be going up 10 and getting 3 lights. Elijah going for 167.5. A little bit sticky at lockout. Overall solid lift, 3 white lights. Steele, who is in first at the moment, and I'm pretty sure secured is pretty much, is going for a 222.5.
Andrew on 1, taking a 7.5 kilo jump to 177.5. Yeah, that moved really clean for Steele on 2.
Been open and light all day, from what I can remember.
Yeah, he's getting dangerously close to the 600 kilo total mark.
Andrew, a little bit of a fight.
It was clean. It was a clean fight. He had to put in work.
Good lift. And we're moving up to 225 through Andrew. Getting right over the, almost into the 5s.
Yep, and he's already secured that 600 kilo total. This is gonna extend his lead, give him a 612.5 kilo total. Jaden on 1, also another lifter in the lead, trying to extend this here with a 187.5 kilo deadlift. So really shut the door on the other lifters. I think he's done it.
I believe so. No lift on platform 2, but good lift on platform 1.
Yeah, I unfortunately missed what that was on platform 2. But he got 3 red lights, that's no lift. And on platform 2, we are back at the top of the order, gonna run through our final attempt deadlifts of the first day of high school nationals.
Micah coming out to 190. 420 pounds.
Fairly conservative 5 kilo jump there, especially in the deadlifts.
Pretty smooth.
Oh yeah, move pretty smooth though. Perhaps he's looking to go just 3 for 3, end off the day well after the shaky bench presses.
Good lift. And we're on to thirds on platform 2.
Platform 2, Connor walking out to 152.5 kilos. He is already your national champion in the equipped 83 class, just trying to extend his winning total by 12.5 kilos.
Benjamin.
Oh, I remember he had that tough lockout on his opener.
Unfortunately, that would be a no lift because of lockout.
Wow, really good fight for Connor. Really stayed patient off the floor there. Connor Holton, 3 white lights. He ends the day 8 for 9. He is your equipped junior varsity 83 kilo high school national champion with a 422.5 kilo total.
And we are on to thirds on platform 1. Starting off with Devin on platform 1 with 125 kilograms.
Devin trying to end off his day 9 for 9.
See if he can do it. Taking a 10 kilogram jump here. Interesting because the second was a 5, but ooh.
It's on the border. Gotta wait to see. There we go.
Good lift.
2 to 1. It's a good lift. 9 for 9, 287.5 kilo total. Really good day from Devin Carr.
Keegan here is coming out for his third. So is Tyler. Tyler's going for 142.5. Oh, big fight off the floor.
Yeah, he really had to stay patient off the ground there. Ooh, I'm not sure what they're gonna say on his shoulders. See what they say.
Good lift.
3 white lights. What do I know? It's a good lift.
Hard to see from the front.
Yeah, great way to end the day for him.
Tyler fighting out, 142.5.
Milestone lift there, 315 pounds. 3 white lights, good lift for Tyler.
And we are on to the 400s on the platform 2.
James Thomas on platform 1. Really trying to end off the day on a high note, trying to go 3 for 3 in the deadlifts, turn the day around. Oh yeah, I think he's done it. That would look like an opener.
Got a lot more there.
Yeah, 3 white lights. Great job, James.
Glenn coming out.
Glenn pretty solidly in second place. Trying to add to his total. Looked good. 3 white lights. That's a good lift for Glenn. 8 for 9 on the day.
Matthew making a pretty big jump.
Yeah, especially after taking just 5 kilos to his second.
Wonder if he's pulling for second. No? Staying in third here with this lift.
Yeah, I mean, you'll see this. Sometimes lifters just want to go all in on their 3rd attempt. They have nothing to lose. They're at nationals. Ooh, let's see how it turns out for him.
A little bit sticky at lockout.
Yeah, locks it out. Let's see what the judges say.
Oh, no lift.
Unfortunately, no lift. He gets blue cards. on supporting on the thighs. Strength was no issue there.
Assad having a little battle.
Yeah, took a 12.5 kilo jump.
That'll be
Unfortunately, again, no lift. Get those blue cards for supporting on the thighs. Still a great day from Assad. Ends off second place in the division, 8 for 9 on the day. And I mean, that last lift, you could count it as a gym PR.
Casey coming out for a 20 kilogram jump here.
And Casey is actually pulling for the lead over Benjamin Zielinski.
See if he can do it.
Pulling for the same total that Benjamin has currently. Wow, that was a big Hail Mary 20 kilo jump there, and I think it's paid off. 3 white lights, that's a good lift for Casey. Benjamin's gonna have to respond right after. Benjamin, having missed his second, swung the door open for Casey to take the lead.
Unfortunately, Tio looks like he's supported. That'll be a no lift for Tio.
Yeah, for Teo, that's going to be a no lift, but he still walks away well ahead in the division. Ends off your equipped junior varsity 105 kilo high school national champion for Teo Aparicio.
On platform 1, we have Elijah. Going up 5.
Elijah going to be your silver medalist in the class. Big fight at lockout. And I don't think he's supporting on the thighs. See what the judges say?
It's good.
It's tough.
2-1.
He gets 1 blue card, probably for supporting on the thighs, 1 red card for lockout, probably the knees there. It's tough. It's tough when you get your
Brady
third
Poland.
attempt.
That moves very fast for a third.
Yeah, and he took a pretty big jump there, too.
Ends the day off well after a rough start.
Yeah, really good job from Brady to end off the day on a high note. Put the other lifts behind you. Just end off the day well.
Andrew going for 180, only going up 2.5.
Yeah, we've actually got 2 Andrews. So this is Andrew Thompson going for 180 kilos. And similar story on platform 2, Andrew Mariakis jumping up 2.5 kilos to the big 500-pound pull.
Big fight.
Wow, that was a really good call there. Looked like all he had left.
Judges say.
3 white lights. Andrew ends off in second place in the 93 kilo division. Caden Walker only took his opener, knew he didn't need any more lifts to win, scratched his second and third attempts. So Caden Walker is going to end off your Raw Junior Varsity 93 kilo national champion with a 517.5 kilo total.
Benjamin is in a sticky situation here. He has to pull this to keep his title.
Yep, and it's tough because his opener, it was hard. He goes up, misses it. His lockout is where it bites him. What a turn of events there. Benjamin was leading the way the whole day. This is why you can't really trust forecasted total. Casey Schreiner took that big Hail Mary 20 kilo jump, ends off your national champion based on body weight in the Raw Junior Varsity 83 kilo class. Way to go, Casey.
Steele coming out to 332.5 and Jaden coming out for 192.5.
Both are already going to be your national championships in their respective division.
Fighting on platform 1.
Ooh, can he lock it out? It's not going to go, but Jaden Huang still walks away. Your Raw Junior Varsity 105 kilo national champion.
Steele fighting. Looks like he's able to fight this out.
Wow, that is a great fight from Steele there.
I said that was everything.
Yeah, we've seen some really great lifting from him. He ends off your national champion with a 607.5 kilo total. Steele Rogers, your equipped junior varsity 93 kilo national champion. And that is actually going to end off lifting today on platform 2. Don't go anywhere. Come back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. local time, where we are going to move into the varsity lifters on day 2 at Powerlifting America High School Nationals. Hope you enjoyed today's lifting. We'll see you tomorrow.
And on platform 9, Michael.